Hey, everybody. It's the Late Show with Johnny Beane, starring Johnny Beane. Tonight on the Johnny Beane Show, we have Dave Nesdall from New York. Everybody dance. Everybody dance. Dave Nesdall's here. Out in his neck of the woods from South Carolina, Little River.
You better get it right.
Get crazy.
South of North Carolina.
He got crazy.
I got crazy before we got live. So.
Yeah. From Ontario, Ben Coombs is vaping.
Hey.
Howdy. Finally got to make it onto a late show.
There it is. First time. Nice. From Santa Monica, California, reporting. Caleb Rappaporter in the house.
from Chopper 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mama look a boo-boo day.
And the master of the show, master of the house, from Santa Cruz, California, Johnny Beane.
Hey, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ladies and gentlemen, Davy Jones.
Wait, did you introduce Ben?
Yes.
Where was I? I must have zoned out for a couple seconds.
Well, I got North Carolina and South Carolina confused. So
yeah, you threw me off.
You're still filled with rage, yeah. So
poof.
Ooh.
It's the Poof Show, and happy 50 Fun 50. Happy 50 Fun 50 Friday to everybody.
That laugh, Johnny. That laugh, Johnny.
Doesn't sound like that.
Yes, it does. It sounds like Ed McMahon. It sounds like Ed McMuffin.
Oh
yeah. Wow, there's lots of people already in the chat, eh? Wow.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, and sorry we're late.
Yes. Sorry, East Coast.
Yeah.
East Coast.
East Coast.
Yeah. It's still April 6th here on the West, but April
not so much
7th
here
now for Jay, Dave, and Ben. Yep.
17 minutes of the 7th.
April 7th, eh?
That's Caleb's.
You still on that, Caleb?
I'm done. I'm done.
No, you're not.
Wasn't that last week's show?
That's the last one. The show needs a soundtrack, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody behind the board, you know.
Who's Mr. McMuffin? What is that about?
Oh, Ed McMuffin.
Is he in here?
He was a guy that would watch us. I think I saw him on Instagram, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think I have him on Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, Ed. His name was Ed. Ed McMuffin. It was really funny because if you're hungry, go get yourself an Ed McMuffin.
The person I lost, like the last year, has been that Bag Cereals. Remember, we always used to say how much we loved that nickname, Bag Cereals, but I haven't seen that person in a while.
Bag Serious.
Yeah. People, they tend to like come and go. You know, it's like you see them like watch like an older show. Like I posted an older show from like a couple years ago over on the Johnny Beane TV Facebook, and we're reading off names, and it's all total like people that different names.
Yeah.
You know? But you do see people, now and again they'll come back and delete their accounts and probably change their names actually.
Hey, John BL 5150's here, the supplier of the Poof shirts. He's back.
Is everyone wearing their Poof shirt except me?
Johnny.
Yeah, everyone's got it. Johnny has one hanging on the guitar.
My guitar is wearing one because it's been in the wash.
My guitar wants to kill your Poof shirt.
That was gonna say.
Since it's an occasion, I'm putting on my backstage pass too.
Yeah.
Oh man. So, real quick, Scott Nickerson says, new game, Caleb can only communicate with the app.
The rest of you, did everyone get like balance lanyard?
No,
tags?
not all of us.
Oh, okay.
No.
Caleb got one, right? Okay.
You know what, Steve? You know what's funny? After you were showing your backstage stuff tonight, I went into the bag and I sifted through, and I was like, "Did I get any of that stuff?" It was all stickers.
No, you didn't. You
I got one.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, and mine's
Awesome.
different than yours too, Steve.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of a flame thing going on there or something. Yeah, really cool.
Hey Ben, have you ever seen Van Halen in concert?
No,
Oh, you haven't.
no,
eh?
sadly not. I haven't been to a whole lot of concerts overall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
concerts don't go to Canada. Canada.
It's only 100 miles to Toronto, and everybody comes
Canada.
to Toronto.
They played Toronto on the Balance Tour.
Yep.
They played-
Everybody plays Toronto.
Pay-per-view, man.
Yeah.
Toronto's one of the biggest cities in the world.
Fourth largest
why it's
TV
two.
market in North America.
It's two, Toronto.
Hey, Dave, can I answer that question from Mike has himself?
Oh yeah, you can do whatever you like.
Okay. He asks, Dave, how come Van Halen never remixed OU812 or 5150? They both seemed a little quiet. Well,
What I would like to know is why I got asked that question. Like, hey, hang on a second. Let me go call Ed now. Ed, why?
Because Nesdal knows all.
Nesdal knows all.
God,
Yeah.
the David Know-all.
David
So,
knows all.
technical questions, Dave's all over it.
So I remember reading an interview for after the Balance record came out, and what?
No.
And Michael Anthony talked about them possibly going back and remixing OU812. He didn't mention anything about 5150, but they kind of mentioned the mix on OU812 kind of being a little flat, didn't have a lot of bottom to it. So they mentioned possibly going back and remixing that record, but after the tour and after everything that happened, obviously they weren't going to remix a Sammy record right after Sammy, left the band. So obviously that never came to fruition, but I think they wanted to, and who knows what'll happen in the future. But I think at this point, I don't think you're going to see any remixes of any of those albums.
Mhm.
Remasters, yes.
Can I say something? And that's what I was going to say. Is it so much remixing or is it remastering?
It's remastering. It's the overall EQ. It's not in the mix.
But
Absolutely right.
if let's just say that you're lacking in kick drum low end, I mean, anything you do in mastering, it's the overall thing. So if you're missing, let's just throw out, 80 hertz. Well, if there's enough of that in the bass guitar already, but not, once you mess with one thing, everything else in the band, all the other instruments are changed as well. So
Who mastered those records?
I think it's who mixed it.
But I'm asking though, who mastered them? I'm wondering who mastered them. There's only like 3 guys that do it. So
because you, who asked that again? I'm sorry. Mike is himself. You're right. He is right in the sense that both of those albums are very quiet. They're not as loud as any other Van Halen record.
well, the only thing that's loud is Alex's Simmons toms on 5150.
The worst thing that ever happened to Van Halen, in my opinion.
Mine too. They
You
should
got
redo. They should
How
redo the
was-
toms. Redo the toms.
Yeah.
Well, and in that case, they'd have to actually remix it and then replace the toms with,
Well, they'd have to re-record it.
No, I mean you could trigger, they have so much drum recording software nowadays where you'd be able to replace those toms and actually make them sound real.
Oh, that would be so killer.
Yeah. But a lot of bands are skeptical about doing that because it's a place and time or whatever a lot of these bands say. It's like a, that album is from this time, and once you go changing things, and I kind of disagree because you can still listen to the original.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you remix something doesn't mean you replace the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, think of it as the Star Wars special editions. Think of it like that.
Right. That's true. And Tubinen asks if it was Don Landy's fault. No, Don Landy's not a member of Van Halen. it's the members of Van Halen's fault because they have the last say.
Yep. But at the same time,
I actually kind of liked Alex's drum tone on that. I call me crazy, but like you said, it dates it, but it takes me back to a time and place. I hear electric drums, and I think 1985, 86, and yeah.
Well, I prefer the mix on the just as far as like sonically, even though the toms do date it and they sound, they're fake, but I prefer the sonic mix of 5150. I think OU812 is their worst sounding record. It's just very flat, no bottom to it, no beef. But that's that's just my opinion.
Right, and Eddie's as processed as he's ever been.
Yeah,
on that record.
Yeah.
Oh, Gear Nerd, I would do anything. I would remix those records for free.
And I just called Eddie. I just called Eddie. I called him just now. Hey, Eddie.
Eddie? Eddie? Is this Eddie?
Eddie?
Yeah, what do you want?
Eddie.
I need an Ernie ball. Get me one, Dave. Get me one.
I'll give you a ball.
Yeah. Music Man.
About all I can give you is one.
Or the PV.
Johnny left. He's like, you know what? I can't even get a word in. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
All right. How about this? A little trivia question.
Yeah, hit me.
No. I want people in the chat to answer. I know we got 16 guys here, but how many overdubs or takes are there in the beginning of Hot for Teacher? And G. Bushnoff says it sounds like a Harley Davidson. He's right. You can hear them all come in, one after the other. Like the first part comes in, and then they all start, overdubbing in.
3? Sorry.
Almost. Well, 3. Never mind. I'll see if anybody says it in here, but I'm going to give a thumbs up in the meantime.
You hadn't until now?
Yeah, I was a little late to the party here.
I've always said that song is like the greatest 3-instrument, 1-pass song ever recorded in rock.
Yeah, it usually wins the votes. When people vote, like, what's your favorite Van Halen song? Even magazines have done those. What's the top 50 Van Halen songs or top 100? And Hot for Teacher is always right up there.
It's not even my favorite song. It's just I can't think of a better performed 1-pass song of 3 instruments. Like they're playing live together, and there's no overdub, other than the drums in the beginning.
The intro, yeah.
But there's no guitar overdub. It's all one time. If you listen to the solo isolated track, you can hear him flicking his pickup selector, and on the flying V, and it's incredible. It's incredible production.
David Markowski asks, is a 2002 PV Wolfgang Special Deluxe a good guitar?
Yes.
You ever had one of those, Dave? Yep.
Yeah, my green one, except it's 99, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not many changes between 99 and 2002?
They're all the same. They're all great. Yeah. I'll be right back.
Caleb, yeah. I think if that song wasn't one of their biggest hits, I think if it wasn't like, I mean, as a Van Halen fan, it's almost like one of those songs that's overplayed. Like it's a main radio song. You know what I mean? Any kind of classic rock or rock station, that's one of the main songs that they'll play. I think that if that wasn't the case, most Van Halen fanatics would say, oh, that's probably the best Van Halen song. But I think it's the fact that it's one of their biggest hits that the Van Halen fanatics are kind of like, yeah, it's great, but we've heard it a million times, so we tend to pick something else.
Well, and the video kind of cheesed it up a little.
But it's still great, man.
It's a great video. No, it's great. Yeah. But if that song never had a video, I think it would be maybe a little cooler. But I do think there's literally not a mistake on that song musically. There's not one mistake on that song, and it's the fastest, most crazy, sonically challenging song they have in their catalog. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's perfectly written.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Micah himself says, can anyone clarify how EVH like his action? I've heard both super low and high. I've had this argument. I've wanted to discuss that back in the 80s. I know that Sammy Hagar once said, yeah, Eddie's Kramer 5150. So this would have been during probably the 5150 tour. Eddie said, or Sammy said, I don't understand how Eddie can play this thing because the action is so high. But then recently, like watching this show, everyone says his action's super, super low. So maybe he's just changed over the years. But I remember back then, like 32 years ago, like it was in an interview I read, Sammy Hagar had said, I don't even know how he plays this because the strings are so far away from the fretboard. I don't even know how he plays it, but probably changed over the years.
See, I don't know about that because when you watch Live Without a Net, especially the Mean Street section from the solo, when he's doing the sliding stuff, that action looks close, man.
Okay.
So I don't know. I've read the same things that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And you hear certain things about those guitars, and I'm like, man, watching that video, I'm like, that action looks pretty damn good to me. But who knows?
Mm-hmm. Didn't he say something?
Go ahead.
Didn't he say something about the whammy bar too? Was it Steve? Are you talking about the guitar player? The one where Eddie's playing the bass on the front and Sammy's playing the Jackson? Is that the one?
Yeah, it might be the one.
I think Sammy said something too about Eddie's whammy bar on his guitar and how it's so loose.
Yep.
It's like you push it down and it doesn't even affect the tremolo at all. You have to push it like all the way to get it to actually do anything.
Yeah. So it takes a while before it kicks in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if that is the case, it's amazing that Eddie has so much control. Like when you watch that DVD, he has so much control over that guitar, whether it's with the whammy bar, whether anything, tapping. He just knew that guitar inside and out.
Yeah, with the screw-on bars, I go right to the point where it can still move, but it's not loose.
Me too.
I hate any kind of little notch looseness, but I like it to swing. So I can't imagine that he had this big old notch before he was able to, send it down. So that's pretty impressive.
Rando says, when I heard Satch Boogie in 1988 on the radio, I thought it sounded like Hot for Teacher back then. Yeah, I mean, the name Boogie, that's what it is. And Van Halen had a lot of songs that had that sort of boogie to it. Certainly I'm the One was another one off the first record that just has that sort of boogie rhythm to it. Yeah.
I think there's like 7 or 8 Van Halen songs that have the double kick shuffle boogie.
Yeah.
And only one in the Sammy era.
Right. No, 2.
Is there 2?
Source of Infection and Get Up, I believe.
Well, Get Up is a straight double bass.
It's not a shuffle.
Right? No, it's a straight double bass. So technically, what?
Sorry, the Full Bug I think had some kind of fast shuffle.
Definitely, the Full Bug is a boogie.
Yeah.
I think Sinner Swing.
Yeah.
I'm the One. There's not one on Women and Children First. There's not one on Van Halen 2.
No. Or Fair Warning.
Fair Warning has Sinner Swing.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it was a sort of a, what do you call it? Not a trademark. Yeah, a bit of a trademark they had for that boogie that they had. Yeah. I guess like Jay, some of the Iron Maiden stuff, right? But they have that gallop. Yeah,
that's one thing.
Trademark.
When people talk about bands that all their stuff sounds the same, for some reason, Iron Maiden, like AC/DC, like every AC/DC song can kind of be like same tempo and they're using the same handful of chords, but Iron Maiden the same thing. Like you almost expect it to sound like that, and if it doesn't, you're like So.
Yeah, that's right. Hang 'em High too on Diver Down. So Diver Down has 2.
Yeah. Cool.
Dude, Hang 'em High is a lot like Hot for Teacher, where it's a very impressive 3-instrument, 1-pass, no overdub song. Like he's dicking out between every line in that song. There's something in there, and he gets right back in it. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're not boring here, are we, Ben?
Oh, heck no.
Oh,
Heck
okay.
no, I'm enjoying this.
Okay, man. I just don't know how well you know these albums or not, because we know them.
I grew up on all of them, dude.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I had all the Roth stuff. My first exposure to Van Halen was the Diver Down album when I was 7 or 8 years old.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just awesome.
Right on.
Me too.
I still think Fair Warning's probably my favorite album of theirs overall. Some of the darker stuff and
it's the guitar
Eddie playing with
player's
his
record.
flange.
It's the guitar player's record.
And his effects. You know, the shoegaze side of things almost. You know, the guy can shred and yet shoegaze at the same time. I'm going to do this huge modulation. Okay. And he pulls it off. Okay, sure.
First record where he started using the Eventides.
Oh, yeah.
And
Really, that far back?
The solo on Push Comes to Shove is top 5 for me.
Mm.
Incredible solo.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Is it? What is that at the end of Unchained on that lead? Like the very, very end. Like it sounds like an octave pedal.
What he's playing, like during the part, or because there's that little like release, you can hear him kind of strum like as it's fading out. You ever listen to it right to the end? You can hear it.
You blast the volume and put your ear right up to the speaker to see how far they want. Yeah.
Your ghetto blaster on your shoulder.
There's a part. I think it's on Fair or Women and Children First, where as the song starts fading out, Dave's voice kind of craps on him. Oh, it's pretty bad. I remember hearing it one time. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Bad.
On which song?
Hold on, I'm gonna mute this and find it real quick. Hold on.
Is it Cradle? Because he did like overdubs on Cradle where he says the part like really low. The Rock On. It's super, super low.
Yeah.
A lot of weird ticks on that, on Fair Warning too. I mean on when the what's it? Everybody Wants Some.
Yeah.
There's like God, I don't even know how to explain it, but there's like someone's yelling or something during one of the later choruses. It's like it seems like it's a mistake. I need to find that.
I know what you're talking about. I had it cranked up in the car the other day.
You know
and I
what
was
I'm
like,
talking
what
about,
is
right?
That? Yep.
Like
I see. That's the Van Halen I love. That loosey goosey. At least they tried to portray it on a handful of tracks. Like we're just goofing around in the studio, having a blast. This is what we came up with. If you like it, you like it. And like everybody wants them. That whole intro. Who would do something like that now? So like, what are you gonna do? Well, Alex, you just keep doing this turnaround on the drums, and I'm just gonna mess around on my guitar for the better part of a minute before we actually get into anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure.
Well, how about they had to create what was it? The intro, Intruder. They had to create for the video because the video was longer than the song. They couldn't cram the video story into Pretty Woman, so they had to make the Intruder's intro for the video to put it on the record.
Which I think is cooler than Pretty Woman.
Right. No, it's incredible.
And Ben Coombs, the answer to what your question was is who can do that these days? Nobody. And back then, no one else could do it either. No one but Roth could get away with doing that. Nobody.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't care who you are. All the guys that came behind him, everyone that tried to copy him, nobody can get away with that.
Yeah, like it was essentially almost every album. There was always at some point there was essentially dead air musically, if you want to call it that, just messing around. And I love it. I absolutely love it.
I mean, the middle section in Unchained,
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Dave, give me a break. Hey, that whole part.
Yeah.
That was all ad-libbed.
Well,
that was all ad-libbed. That was because of something that was said in the in the control room.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember,
I guess who was it? Was it Ted Templeman that was wearing the suit, or someone who was wearing the suit?
Yes.
Dave said,
so.
"Hey man, that suit is you." You know.
well, who is it Landy or Templeman on the talkback mic? Who was that?
I don't know. It was one of those guys.
It was one of them, right?
It was Templeman.
Okay.
So yeah, it was Templeman that was wearing the suit. Like he'd come in during.
Could have been a tracksuit.
It could have been, right? Yeah.
No.
Or a tracksuit or something. A deep tracksuit. Oh man. So anyway, real quick, it's the full bug off of Diver Down when he's the best part of a man at the end. He goes, best part of a man. Ah, and his voice just totally just poops out on him.
Great song.
Right in the I think that's my favorite shuffle Van Halen song. It just has that, Roth shaking his butt. You can almost visualize it. You can almost visualize it
Because that's the part you like the best, right?
Oh, right? I think he was chapless. He was chapless when they recorded it.
I know Led Zeppelin had a lot of sort of ad-lib vocal things happening on, and planes flying by when they were recording outside and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a part on maybe Van Halen 2 where they're doing the what the heck, man? I can't think right now, but there's a part where it's just, them doing a little bit of harmony thing vocally. And supposedly they had like the door open in the studio or something. It was raining outside. And if you listen real close, you can hear like the rain outside. I remember reading something about.
Well, no, it's on Women and Children First. The song, sorry.
Bottoms Up.
Could this?
No, Could This Be Magic? No. Yeah, Could This Be Magic? They waited for the rain and they recorded on the loading deck. They recorded that song on the loading dock.
There you go.
To have the rain in the background. So there is rain all the way through that song.
That's cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
John BL 5150 trivia. Which song ends with "Look, I'll pay you for it"? What the?
Everybody wants some.
I mean, that was the thing about Roth. Like,
it's not Pretty Woman.
Yeah. We love you long time. I mean, Roth he could have said anything on all those breaks and it would have worked,
Yeah.
Like I think I was telling you guys about this a while back of like, on the A Different Kind of Truth, when he says, "I told you I'll be back." Like I was listening in my car. I got goosebumps. I got just little things, and to turn up my headphones, please. Mm-hmm. Like, holy crap, that's just little things like that he says, and it just works.
How about Spanish Fly? You can hear Eddie go.
Yeah.
Move.
You could hear like the guitar on his pants or something kind of move.
Well, it's that that Ovation plastic back. That's the That's what that is.
Is there a confirmed guitar that he recorded that on?
Yeah, Ovation nylon.
Yeah, rip it up, Ben. Rip it.
Fold it in, man.
Didn't get a gurgle there.
Micah himself says, I didn't know that was Eddie's Ferrari in Panama.
His Lamborghini, actually.
There you go.
Or as the people that can't afford him call them Lambo. Is that his Lambo?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Lambo is a millennial term.
Well, I'm not a millennial, but it's funny to say it. Is that a Lambo? Well, I should hate the word Lambo because of the Packers. Lambeau Field, but
Lambeau Field, yeah.
I don't want to talk about football.
But you just did.
I just do.
So there's that.
I talk about the dumbest stuff when I have a little bit of a beach bar rum in me.
Yeah, you're not even having the high test stuff like I am.
Hey, Sammy's
Speaking
Beach-
of which,
no, it's your stuff is 100. What is it, 140 proof?
yeah.
Wow.
It's in a jar.
It's rubbing alcohol.
Wait a minute. Wait. We got to see this. Wait, take another big swig of that. Hang on.
Oh no, I will not take another big swig of this.
Oh
It's
my
in such
God.
a big.
What is that? Isopropyl alcohol?
Rubbing alcohol. Yeah.
Jesus
That's-
Christ!
That's from your dad's neck of the woods, there, Dave.
The woods
Something
for
like
sure.
My dad's neck of the woods is where I live.
Currently.
Woods.
The woods.
Oh, his current neck of the woods.
You bring out,
Yes.
squeeze it out of the bark of a tree.
In a shed in the woods next to Ted Kaczynski.
Oh, it's
You know
rainwater.
what it is? With that stuff, you don't even drink it. You just smell it. Get loaded.
It is good. And yeah, John BL 5150 called it.
Yeah.
Moonshine. Guys, the John BL 5150 magazine that he sent me. This is the one from John BL 5150 today. Here's the Running with the Devil spread. Here's the picture of Eddie for this article. Yeah,
Nice.
Frankenstein original.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I got this one.
Wow. So is that's a recent issue, Caleb?
It is February, 2018.
What's
Yeah,
the
dude.
what's the name of that magazine?
The Guitar Magazine.
And I got the May issue of Vintage Guitar.
Cool.
Yeah, where's mine?
Yeah.
Mine, I think, is over on the rack over there.
Mine's upstairs, but my stairs broke.
With a Telecaster with a leather pickguard with JB stitched into it. Very cool.
Did they have
Johnny
your
B?
Did they have their 71 Telecaster in there, Ben?
I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff in here, though. Wow.
Cool. Hey Ben, what's going on in your show tomorrow? Are you doing any pickup exchanging?
I'm waiting to finalize that with Johnny when we can do the dual pickup exchange. I don't know. I'm on next Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. I don't
On
know what I'm
CNN?
going to do yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be on Mr. Rogers. Changing
Vintage
keys.
guitar with Hetfield and Hammett.
Vintage guitar. Vintage guitar.
The only cool thing about that photo is the guitar Hammett's holding.
Is that the
Is that
one
the-
from
The
Fleetwood
Gary
Mac?
Moore?
Yeah, that's the Peter.
Same
Green.
thing.
Well, the best thing about either one of these guys isn't even in the picture, and that's Hetfield's right hand. It's not even there. And that thing, back in the late 80s was the tightest thing on the planet.
What?
What? his right hand?
All right, shut it down. Shut it down.
You need another drink.
I'm going to go get one in a minute.
Shut it down.
And hey, Steve, I just want to say thanks again, dude.
Oh,
What's
hey,
the
man.
statute? What's the statute of limitations on a tight right hand?
I don't know.
South Carolina, I think it's like 14, man.
I don't know. Like
14 what?
14 years old.
his
In the
man-
80s. I'd say it would have been in the 60s.
Yeah.
When was that guy born?
Like what is that?
It would have been 12 years later.
Yeah.
So check this out, right? On the back of the Van Halen official merchandise,
Yeah.
you see the shirt, right? I don't want to ruin this at all. I just want to I want to put gloves on when I open. But this T-shirt, right? I remember when I saw these guys at the Orange County Speedway in '93. It was the first concert I'd ever been to.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm blocking my own view of the damn thing. Crap.
Just cut it out. Take a picture of it. You can take a picture and you can zoom in with.
All right.
There you
So
go.
you see that I had a choice between the white shirt with the sneakers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
My buddy that one of my buddies that I went to the concert with bought that. So I'm like, well, I can't, be going to school with the same shirt that he has. So I got the black one with them on the front and then the cab on
Which
the back.
shirt is it?
What?
Is Steve Anderson covering up the shirt? Can you guys see what he's pointing at? Lift it up just a tiny bit.
Really?
I was going to say, either you lift it higher or Steve's got a duck. So
Oh,
Whack.
it's that
Yeah,
shirt,
yeah.
the black one, right?
Oh, that
yeah.
one. Oh, okay. Yeah.
The one by his
okay.
forefinger.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. So I got that shirt and I wore the crap out of it, man. I remember the next morning it was garbage day, right? And I remember I heard the garbage men coming. All right. I ran out there to so they would see the shirt that I was wearing. You know what I mean? I was so pumped that I was like at the Van Halen concert, had a shirt. So anyway, about a year later,
You wanted the garbage man to see what you were
You
wearing?
wanted the garbage man to see what shirt you're wearing?
because I'm
What
thinking,
the fuck is wrong with
over
you?
there? He's got James Hetfield's right hand rubbing him. Now he's got the garbage man.
What's
Oh,
wrong with you,
God.
dude?
no, because I think one of them was like a headbanger or something, and I was hoping that like, oh man, you went to the Van Halen concert, that type of thing.
Oh yeah.
All
So-
garbage men have long hair.
Yeah. So does Ben. What does that mean?
Surfers.
Someone has to.
Well, they fished all the hair out of the guitar, out of the garbage. So.
Yeah.
They fished what?
So anyway, about a year later or 2 years later, I was still wearing the shirt like on the normal rotation. And some girl I was dating, I left it at her house. And I
Jessica.
never saw it again, man.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I had that poster, Jay. I had the poster of that shirt. Just the front, the 4 band members.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had a poster of that.
Gee, should I really not have any more rum?
Now take off my Van Halen t-shirt before you jinx the band and they break up.
Yeah.
Funniest line in that movie.
That's a good movie.
That was a good movie.
I have this. Ooh.
Yeah, you
Oh,
do.
I remember that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That was right when they
Did that photo.
Right.
Yeah. I had that one too. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Claude G says first thing on my list is always impress the garbage man. Let me tell you something. So I was 15 or 16, right? I would have been probably 16. It was my first concert. You got to understand this. It was my first concert. I was a late bloomer into everything, right? Whether it be, and I'm going to embarrass myself, whether it be girls, whether it be music, whether it be,
Impressing garbage man.
alcohol. So I had just been to my first concert. You know what I mean? So I woke up the next morning pumped.
Emphasis
So
on bloomer.
I put the shirt on. I'm running outside like, pulling in the garbage can. Like, look at my T-shirt. I'm so cool. I went to a concert last night. So
Mhm. That's kind of how it was with me in I don't want to give away my age here, but
Really?
27.
okay.
You're 56.
Yeah, I'm 56. That's right. I remember seeing one of the tours, let's just say, and I was probably one of the only kids because they only came like the show was like a state or 2 states away from where I lived at the time. So when I went to school the next day, I was wearing the Van Halen shirt. Nobody else was wearing one, And so everybody's like, "Whoa, you were there?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my dad drove,
Yeah, my mom picked me up. Yep.
That's right, mother, father.
So let me ask you this though, like where you went to school and when that was, the people, the group that was in like your friends and stuff, like your age and class or whatever.
I had no friends.
They were still into that music.
Yes.
My couple friends that I had. Oh yeah.
They were into Bieber.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I was the only one in my school. It's the only one.
Yeah, for me, guys, like
Everyone
people
made fun of me.
People
Everyone made
were-
fun of me.
Is there an airplane on your guitar right there
There is.
with
Yes.
little chemtrails?
That's right.
I'm gonna get a refill. I'll be right back.
Is that really? What was that? Oh, is that an airplane? Look at that! Holy crap!
Have you
It's
not seen
awesome.
this, Dave?
No,
Oh,
like wow, look at that, little chemtrails.
yeah.
The new
It's all the
strike
rage.
package.
Yes.
What now? What guitar is that? What body is that?
This was that old gray Hot for Teacher.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
What inspired the trails there?
I'm like, wait a second, those chemtrails, are those airplanes?
Yeah.
Oh my God, my eyes don't deceive me.
What inspired me? Just
yes, sir.
the sky.
Right on, man.
This guy?
This guy, yeah.
Hey, this guy. This guy.
That's that was like they said earlier. It's a new cool idea for striping. They're actually trails.
I don't know where I saw it recently that someone made a joke about the sky looking like Eddie's stripe pattern or something, and then I was like, bingo!
I saw that. I saw that
Ding.
post. Yeah,
Ding.
I saw that.
And that was it. So
You know what, Caleb? I think it's awesome because you know that people are going to start maybe copying that.
they'll probably do it better too. But
Oh, come on.
whatever.
Nothing's better than the original.
That's right. The back is pretty whatever.
Cool.
But yeah, it's gonna look cool.
And you said you're going to get the beak, like a Kramer beak?
Well,
next?
if I do order a neck, which I want to, but I can't right now. But if I do, I'm thinking about getting the beak. Yeah.
Yeah, you got all these bodies, but you don't have necks.
Well, yeah. One neck's on the way, but
Yeah. One
I
at a
don't
time.
know. I don't know. I mean, I was thinking just a blank strat head, but maybe the beak. I don't know. Definitely not a banana for this.
Yeah, Musicraft's making me a Charvel headstock neck for my next build. Yeah.
You like it, Dave?
I do. I think it's cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Came out good. I mean, the body's got dents and divots in it and everything. So.
Divot.
And I even tried to fill a hole in. That was the kill switch.
Don't say that word.
Sorry, that didn't work out well, but it was good.
Well done, Dave. That was instant. Yeah.
I gotta be on top of that. I gotta be on top of that shit.
I know. I said it like 4 times 3 hours ago.
Wait a minute. Who sent me this?
What?
John BL
5150.
Yeah.
Johnny, this is you, right? Dang, Johnny, this is my unused ticket from 1991. One of the saddest days ever. Oh, because he has a Van Halen ticket that was never used.
Wow.
I guess
maybe he can redeem it at the next show.
October 30th, 91. It's what remember when tickets used to look like that?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Right there.
What's the venue?
Oh, how much is it?
$22.50.
$17.
$22.50.
Yeah, when they perfect time travel, you can use that.
What was the venue on that, Johnny?
And you guys can use your passes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was the what? The venue?
Pass.
Yeah.
It was Centrum in War. How do you say that? WORCESTER.
Worcester.
Worcester Reebok concert series.
Is that Massachusetts?
It was on a Wednesday evening.
Is that Massachusetts, Johnny?
Yeah, on the back.
It's
It says Spencer, Massachusetts.
So it'd be Worcester then.
So if we're
Even
able
though
to
it's
time travel,
Totally not spelled that way.
if we can time travel, we all got to go to the New Haven, Connecticut show wearing our poof shirts and
Yes.
stand in front of Michael Anthony.
freak out Michael Anthony.
That would be so like what
We'll
the
all be in the
Yeah.
video.
More all in the front row, like right in front of Michael Anthony.
and Dave
Our
can
shirt-
bring Dave
Our
can bring
shirt has
51
the date on the back. That would freak them out.
Yep. And Dave can bring Dave and actually Dave, Johnny, and Steve could bring their 5150s.
Yeah.
Just like, have your guitar ready. People like, what the heck? So see what I have?
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yep.
That's actually the inside cover of that magazine that who was holding that you were holding that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
God, I wore a trench coat for like 2 years because of that look.
Well, the funny thing is,
Sure, that's why.
Look at that.
the funny thing is Sammy's wearing, like in the cover picture,
Yeah.
Sammy's wearing the Johnny Beane shades, and Eddie's wearing the Serengetis. And this one they switch, but then Eddie kind of makes his are like crooked, you know.
Yeah, well, it's because he probably thinks they aren't.
With the Freddy Krueger hat. But this thing was on my brother's wall for years in his bedroom.
And the red pants. And those red
Johnny Beane red pants.
Johnny Beane's red pants. Eddie's wearing sweats.
Johnny's.
Michael's wearing my pants. Yeah. Michael Anthony's wearing my pants there. Yeah.
I bet you he could wear your pants. Why does it look like he's got a gunt?
Gun. Let me see if there's anything on the back that kind of. It's just got tape and some other stuff, and it has the tag on it. But I guess my brother kind of peeled it, so you can't really see if like price tag or anything on it. But that's awesome, man. It says Halen. Oh wait, something 90. It says. I don't know.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's neat, man. I mean, this is like from the time of this, you know. So it's OG. It's legit.
Yeah, that was
That looks
like,
heavy.
Dude, it's
What's it on?
It looks like it sounds like it's wood.
it's wood. It's on it, man. It's not like it's look at that.
Like an MDF.
You know, that's
Plywood. That's
shiny
I
bar.
remember those.
That's plywood. Yo, that's ply, bro.
it's plywood, man.
That's just ply. That's just 3-ply.
Man.
But it's cool.
I guess they never perfected time travel because no one's come back, right?
There's a theory that if you time travel, like nobody can see you. It's like you're invisible or something, and you can't affect anything. But
That sucks.
yeah, I know. Well, no, I mean, imagine going back and remember that. Did anybody watch Quantum Leap?
Yeah, love that show.
Remember the
Scott
JFK
Bakula.
episode?
Yo, Scott Bakula, man.
Yeah, remember the JFK episode?
No.
You don't remember when he spawned, leaped into what's his
Jackie?
name? Huh?
Jackie?
No. When he leaped into Lee Harvey Oswald.
Oh,
And you know, the whole time, what's his name with Ziggy, you know, telling him like, you know, the percentage of like, so his whole thing the whole time was like, I'm gonna change history. I'm not gonna, you know, can I say the shoot on here? You know,
he did.
Well, Johnny's gone, so who
yeah,
cares?
Johnny, I can say whatever I want now. His whole thing was like, I'm not gonna shoot JFK. That's it. I'm just not gonna do it. But then as the episode progressed and he was up in the book depository, I almost said book suppository, but that wouldn't be the right thing.
I think I need a suppository.
And as he's like, you know, at the last minute, right before it takes place, Ziggy was like, you have to do this. If you don't do it, you know, whatever, I forget what the consequences were. But basically, it's like, if you don't do this, the world is going to be screwed up. It has to happen.
You don't do this, we're not getting out of Vietnam.
Especially since Lee Harvey Oswald didn't shoot Kennedy.
No. I
His
agree.
driver did.
You ever watch that?
Yes, the Zabruta tape. Yes.
It's crazy when you actually like have that in your mind and you're watching it.
I have seen the uncut version of it.
So guys, I just pulled this off my fridge. I don't know if you can see that or not. This is my ticket, the first concert I ever went to, July 1988, the Monsters of Rock in Seattle, Washington.
I was going to say your fridge went to a great concert.
Yeah. Yeah. And Kayla was talking about friends and stuff, but yeah, people were so mad that like I took the ferry down to Seattle and I saw, you know, Van Halen headline and the Scorpions, especially Metallica, was on the rise back then, and yeah, people were just could not believe that I went to this thing because
Kingdom Come.
Yeah, it was like 12 hours in the Kingdom. Yeah, but first concert experience. Yeah, crazy.
How pissed are those Kingdom Come guys now with this Greta Van Fleet band?
Yeah, but the difference is Greta Van Fleet at least acknowledges the fact they sound like Zeppelin, whereas Kingdom Come always denied it.
Right.
Which I think that was their undoing.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Yeah. I remember them when they were David Coverdale.
And I told you guys about my brother saw the it at the Meadowlands on the Masters of Rock tour in Jersey, and he wasn't a Metallica fan. And I remember him coming home, you know, and I asked him how the concert was, and what was I, 11 or 12 or whatever. And I remember him telling either me or one of his friends or something that, like, man, I'm not a Metallica fan, but they completely blew everyone else away. Like, it was Metallica's show. You know.
Look at this pretty girl.
Hello, Desiree. How you doing?
Hi.
Look at that face.
And the new haircut.
And the new haircut.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hot stuff.
All right, let me go.
Hot stuff. Oh,
You're making Ben puke.
I'm making Ben puke.
Okay,
Why is this show much better than the daytime one or the earlier one? That's what I want to know. This show, the show tonight,
it's loose.
kills.
Alcohol's involved.
Yeah. Hey, Caleb, how's your week? And what's going on with your show?
Same thing that's going on as with the last week's show. Can you tell us about your guest yet, or no?
No, because I want to get it in. I want to get it in the can before I say anything.
I think I know who it is, but I'll say something off air. I think I know who it is.
Yeah.
Sully, dude, what the heck's going on?
Yeah, Sully, dude, what's that about?
Who's a dick?
Somebody else in the chat.
Yeah, there's a JFK shooting argument going on.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah.
Oh, we started a JFK fight. Oh,
Yeah.
Keep it cool, everybody. Keep it cool.
I
Yeah,
didn't want to
Yeah.
talk politics,
Come on.
but it's rearing its ugly head.
That's not really politics. It's, you know.
come on.
read above. Hang on a second.
Oh, Dave, I have a replica question when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay. The Kramer 1984. So I want to do the version that's from the 84 tour with the 2 stars at the headstock. What about at the upper horn? Did he put 1 star in there, or 2, or at any, or do we know?
2.
Oh, 2.
2 stars.
Okay. Is there do you know a place where there's a good photo of that?
I can show you mine.
Okay.
Whoa.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sorry to get you up.
I see nothing funny about the JFK shooting either. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know.
Someone said, "Oh, it was the gunman on the grassy knoll."
Oh, I wrote that. It's from Ace Ventura. Or no, was it Ace Ventura?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was the second gunman on the grassy knoll?
Snowflake.
Yeah. I don't want to get into all that stuff. No, it was just. I don't find anything funny with anybody getting assassinated or whatever.
Everybody be cool.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't find anything funny about it either, but lighten up.
Yeah.
All right, back to guitars.
From now on, no more laughing at anything.
Yeah. Hey, Vintage Sounds.
Can you see them?
Oh yeah. There it is.
That's the way it would look in there.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
How do you know?
Because I have
Is there-
photos of the original.
You have a picture of where you can see the inside of that horn?
You may have actually sent it to me at some point.
No, I'm just saying that, like, I haven't seen a photo of that ever. Anyway.
There are photos. I think in the photos of Eddie and Sammy, you know, where
Isn't Valerie? There's a picture of Valerie and Eddie. She's holding it, but I don't think you can see
Yeah.
no, you can't. No. It's they're photos from.
The 5150 tour?
No, it's after that.
Oh, okay.
See if I can find it. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Caleb. Like
You know where you might be able to see it is on that that rough video of the Lost Weekend.
Oh, okay.
Because of the water, the fight with the seltzer bottles and the champagne and the cake.
Yeah.
Eddie switched off 5150 and brought out 1984 for Ain't Talking About Love. Because my theory is he knew there was going to be a mess.
Oh, okay.
So he's using that guitar in that sequence. And you might be able to see the stars if you. I don't know how clear it is. There's a video like an hour-long video of like all the rough out like full version of that.
Right.
Lost Weekend stuff.
I haven't gone onto Facebook in like a Kramer 1984 page or anything. I'm just randomly asking right now.
No, but I know he's using that guitar in that.
Are you sure he didn't use that guitar for that whole show? Positive?
I'm not positive. I
know that Eddie honestly wouldn't care. Wouldn't care if his guitar got wet. I just don't think that it mattered to him.
Okay, well, I don't know.
I could be wrong.
I don't know either. I just know that there was a mess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And he knew it was coming.
And they definitely all knew it was coming, except the guy getting it. So, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he broke a string. Who knows?
I got those pictures too here somewhere. Hang on.
All right, so I have the newbie question.
Yeah.
Now we have the 5150 guitar. We have the 1984 guitar.
Yeah.
The naming of them, was the 1984 guitar actually built prior to the 5150 guitar?
No, they were built at the same time.
He put the stickers on it at the same time, I believe, because he had the 5150 stickers, and then he put the 1984 stickers on the other guitar. And I think it was judging from, I don't know how long Hot for Teacher guitar was out on the road with him.
That whole tour.
Was it on the whole tour?
Mm-hmm. He just didn't use it a lot.
He didn't use it. Because there's that shot of him backstage at what could be the Jacksonville show, or even maybe rehearsals, where he's got his hand on the Hot for Teacher headstock and 5150 and the little guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like those were his three guitars for the night at that show. For some reason, though, 1984 replaced Hot for Teacher as the backup. And that was early in the tour. And then you literally never saw Hot for Teacher again until they shot that video, which was, in the middle of the summer.
And the photo of this photo here of the 1984 guitar?
Yes.
If you blow the picture up and look at the back of the guitar, you can see into the top horn, and you can see where the two stars are.
Ah, very good. Can you tell the number on the plate?
You can just tell, and I can't read it right now. It's 41 something. I think it's 4186. B4186, I believe.
So did all the Unkert guitars, they were in that 4100 zone or something, basically, or it's unknown.
There was no rhyme and reason with serial numbers. There were guitars that Unkert made. There was one that was number 28, just stamped 28. There was.
Which one was that, Dave?
That was one of the ones that looks like the Vetus, Music Zoo guitar.
Oh, okay.
Except the owner's on the West Coast. No, it's I'll show. I have a picture of that too. Hang on.
Huh.
I don't have a picture of the back plate.
But the NAMM giveaway one from
no, it's nope, different guitar.
Vintage Sounds has a question, Dave. Did you ever build a VH replica out of a swamp ash for the body?
Yes, I built a 5150.
Oh, okay.
Out of which I sold a long time ago, before you couldn't get in trouble for selling them.
Yeah.
Or I should say, when you couldn't get in trouble for selling them.
Yeah, Dave, you've mentioned that you've made a few of those over the years. Was there ever one that you sort of regret that you let go?
No.
I mean, you're the one you have now is amazing, but
The one I have now is my favorite one.
I know which one you regret letting go. It was recent.
Which one? Tell me.
It was red.
Oh, the Wolfgang?
Yeah.
Listen, whatever.
It was funny, Dave. I saw you in a Facebook chat where some guy was saying there were like a bunch of 5150s, and you said there's only one 5150, and I made this post right after it saying, actually, if you look in the mirror, you can see that there's a bunch of left-handed 5150s there too. Mm-hmm. I didn't mention there was a mirror, I could say. And I said that Eddie used a different 5150 on every song and 3 different Steinbergers during Live Without a Net. And I was just throwing up all this stuff because someone's looking at all those bodies thinking that that's proof that there's many 5150s when...
Well, not that I'm defending that guy, because I'm not. But even Unkert, he doesn't necessarily call all these guitars 5150s. He calls them all hot for teachers, all of them. And what he means by that is it's a one pickup Strat body that he made for Van Halen. And they were all like the hot for teacher guitars. So he calls them all hot for teachers. Doesn't make them all hot for teachers. There's only one hot for teacher guitar, which is the one that was in the video. That's it. That's the only.
If there was no video, it wouldn't be called that.
Right.
And it's slanted too.
Right. So I can understand why that dude said, look, I can see a bunch of 5150s. They're not. There's only one guitar that had 5150 on it, and that's the only one that. This is not a 5150 guitar. This is a striped Kramer called the 1984 guitar.
Doesn't that one black stripe in the back just throw the whole thing off for you?
No, because
it throws the balance.
That's one of the ways you know that this is the 1984.
No, I agree, but I'm saying as far as just the aesthetics, when
Let's
you
see
look
the
at
back
that
again.
guitar, I can't.
Let's see the back again.
There you go.
Huh?
Wait, which guitar are we talking about looking at the back of? Mine or Steve's?
Sorry.
yours, but Steve was making a bunch of ruckus over there.
Oh, yes.
Let's look at the back of Steve real quick.
Steve, bring it back. No. There you go.
That stripe?
No.
I think he's talking about this one here, this black stripe.
Yes. It throws the balance off for me just because I'm so used to looking at the.
Oh, that's cool.
5150.
Yeah, it's cool because this is not a guitar you see every day.
I know.
Jay, look at this, man. If you think that'll throw you off, let me dig through my picture.
How do you relic the necks on those things?
That's like giving the secret sauce away.
Yeah.
You can tell me off the air. I'm not going to do it.
Absolutely, I'll tell you off the air.
Okay.
Hey, Scott Nickerson, sorry, question. Has anyone played the newer Strike 5150 guitar? Scott, this is serial number 20, and I drove these guys crazy. It took me 7 months waiting to get this thing. This is serial number 20. I put the Kramer sticker on, and
the 84 Floyd.
Yeah, and I replaced the Floyd. This is a 1984 Floyd with the different bar on it that's supposed to be the body.
Ben, are you okay?
We'll have an event.
Time to plug the show.
Yes,
The
I just need to
moonshine
go
caught
use
up.
the room. I'll be right back.
Oh, the moonshine knocked them
He'll be
out.
gone for half an hour.
Yeah.
It'll keep going, you know.
He
But
comes
hey,
back. He comes back. He's chapless.
Yeah.
comes back wearing chaps backwards.
Yeah, right.
Whoa.
The guy in the poof shirt.
Steve?
Jay, you were talking about that one black stripe on the 84 guitar messing you up because you used to looking at the 5150, right?
Yeah.
What does this do to you?
See, I love that guitar.
You know what it is?
I love it too.
I think it's just in my eyes or in my mind, it's like the 5150 guitar
Is the one.
is, and I know a lot of people feel like the Frankenstein or the Frankenstrat is, and somebody actually mentioned you guys don't talk much about the Frankenstrat, Fender Guru.
And yes, by the way, I do have one built here.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's just the Kramer 5150 is kind of, well, for us that started during the 5150 tour, I mean, that was the guitar. So that's why for a lot of us, that's our favorite. Yeah.
It's for us that were kids in the early 80s.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
The toilet flushing.
And Jay, one of the things too is the whole sort of spider web that happens on the body too.
Yeah.
Your eyes kind of focus on that, whereas all the other ones, they kind of don't have something that your eye directly focuses on. That's what sort of makes it unique for me.
Well, it focuses it right here too, because the spider web, this is kind of like where it is too, here on this guitar.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
It's just, it's a focal point.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Kramer 5150 has got so many like flying into that area. Yeah.
On the sorry, Steve. I know this is your show, but on the Kramer 5150, that spider web is really what makes the front of that guitar.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
It drags you right in, and that's what makes it so unique.
Yeah.
I was 3 feet away from that guitar once, and it was at the NAMM show. It was at the NAMM Jam sound check, and I knew a guy who was a piano player he was jamming with Elliot Easton that night from the Cars. And so I got backstage for that sound checks, and I'm behind the back line, and Z Clark comes walking in with a tweed case, and he sets it down and he opens it up, and I'm standing right there, and there it is. And
Boing.
I think I was in shock. I froze. You're looking at that guitar. You're like, that's it.
Mhm.
That is it. And I'll never forget that moment. Even though it's hard to remember the actual what happened during it, because I think I froze. I just like went blank. It was, when you see a guitar case open, you don't know it's in there. Right. And he opens the case, and there it is. And you're like, wait, that's it. And that was January 1987. So
Wow.
Yeah, it kind of breaks my heart seeing that guitar, the way it is now. I guess.
Yeah.
When I saw him in the at the reunion show, like seeing all the things, all the screws and bolts in the side of it and stuff, and just what's happened to that, it's like, man,
it had
he would have just retired it.
It had the Art Series neck without a logo on it too, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
The headstock.
Yep.
Yeah, and the shirt that Johnny has that smells really nice. Like seeing the 5150 looks great with the zebra pickup in it, but in my mind, it's still the like Dave's showing. It's the black pickup,
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing iconic about the way it looks now. It's the way it looks.
I disagree.
I mean with the zebra.
No, I love the way it looks right now. I love the way it looks right now. It's cool. I think he should use it again if it could be used. But
it's like another era.
That guitar is.
I have a version of that guitar somewhere. It's getting refretted, but.
We got 39 watching.
Nice.
We're on, everybody.
Let's see some thumbs up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tone Talk's in here.
Hey, Mark.
How'd it go?
Yeah, we do have, Scott, we do have the same drinking mugs. Jay Hannon and I have the same family of drinking mugs for our rum drinks. There it is.
Steve was nice enough to send me a care package with the mugs in there. So,
and that was unexpected.
You guys, the same shirt, the same mugs.
Yeah.
Right?
These guys, man.
Well, now we all got to get Orchid Man t-shirts, John.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I can go grab an Ibanez guitar to match Jay.
Everybody has to get ringworms now.
Yeah.
You have ringworm?
You know? Not anymore. No, I did. I don't know, though.
Where did that come from?
What?
Nothing.
Is it a bug? I don't know. I
Did
had ringworm, though.
Really?
One time, yeah.
Oh my God.
A cat gave it to somebody, and they gave it to me.
Oh.
And I had, where was it? It was like on my face and on my arm. It was just like circles.
Oh.
And you had to get some sort of something and just like scrub. I remember.
Oh.
Usually, like amateur wrestlers get ringworm because of that. Wingworm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Amateur wrestlers.
Well, professional wrestlers are like, elbow drops and Hulk Hogan's and stuff, but amateur wrestling, which is actually real wrestling, those are because it gets on the mat. You know what I mean?
Oh,
isn't it like the same type of thing as like jock itch? Isn't it the same? Somebody help me out here.
Wow.
No, you're sinking on your own, pal. Nope.
This is the part where Steve goes, so on the 5150, Dave.
No, but
Save the show, Steve.
I always answer vintage sounds. Steve, whatever happened to the kid in the Hot for Teacher video playing a young version of Eddie? I don't know about that, but I know that there was something on Facebook with, I guess, the baby that was on the cover of 1984.
Yeah.
But that kid now, like, I don't know how many years ago was that? 1983. It was probably taking that photo. So yeah, he's an older lad now. But I saw something to do with that guy. So he's alive and well. Whoever the baby was smoking the cigarette. Yeah.
Well, right. Even though he was smoking at like 6 years old. So
Yeah.
Well, younger.
Was he 6 years old on that picture?
No, he's younger than that, I bet.
Full head of hair.
He was like 5 or something.
Yeah.
Hold on. Here,
Okay, who was that?
check it out. I have the. I showed you guys.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yep. I never saw that. I forget who posted that, but
So yeah, the story there is that the person they commissioned to do the art brought her stuff in. They didn't like what she had. They looked through her portfolio and saw that picture of the kid. That with the wings. It was in her portfolio. It had nothing to do with what they want, with what they asked her to do. And they're like, we like that.
John BL 5150 says, "Don't worry, Jay. I'm working on a Western Exterminator shirt. That's his next project. That'd be cool."
Yeah.
and how about Eddie playing a non-face-plated Steinberger?
That's the same one, just before it was painted.
Yeah, but isn't it? I thought it was a faceplate that went over it. Am I wrong?
Yes, it's that guitar, but the faceplate.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably that picture is probably from Shreveport. Like the first shows.
He's got the blue leisure suit pants on.
Yeah, he didn't have the puff pants yet.
No.
Those didn't arrive.
Sammy wearing green sneakers. Focus, you son of a gun. There we go.
1986, man.
The 80s.
J.C. Penney. Get your outfit at J.C. Penney.
1986.
Yeah, those times will never happen again with rock music and concerts, and unless an EMP. We talked about that, right? Like an EMP goes off and there's like no more electronics for like a couple decades. Then that kind of stuff will come back.
Except they won't have any amps to play through because of the EMP.
Oh, come on! You got to ruin. Yeah. Wait to.
Hey, Ben, what's the double neck?
Yeah.
Is it double neck behind you? Double neck guitar? Gibson?
Chibson.
Yep. Well, Gibson, yeah. It's a knockoff.
Oh.
I can tell you about the double chin.
And sorry, Bruce, I can't help you with the hillbilly juice until Gearfest. That's all I'm saying.
I saw that picture today on Facebook.
Yep. Any football fans out there will instantly know where this show was.
The Meadowlands.
Yes. Yep, that's a Mark Gastineau jersey from the New York Sack Exchange, which was the defensive line in 1986. That was their name.
Yeah, wasn't Gastineau friends with him, with Eddie?
I don't know.
I think they were friendly. I think I saw a picture of the two of them actually.
Makes sense. Didn't he get into acting or try to get into acting after his playing career?
Yeah, until he beat his wife. And that kind of put a kibosh to everything.
Yeah.
So Ben, that brand of the fancy drink you're drinking, what's the name brand of that?
The fancy drink?
Yeah.
You mean in the jar?
Yes.
It's known as Mountain Kool-Aid, White Lightning.
No.
Corn
But
whiskey.
the official, you got it out of a bottle, right? Like what bottle did it come out of?
Oh no! I literally bought it off a bootlegger, dude. Like it was made in the mountains of North Carolina. Like that was not for sale in a store ever.
Oh,
there are no mountains in North Carolina. I don't know where you got that from.
Wait, and that makes it through customs and not Steve's bike paint?
Caleb?
That's a great point.
I snuck back 8 jars of the stuff last year, and by selling half of them, more or less paid for my vacation.
So now you're really committing a crime.
Are you imputing yourself on the air right now, or
statute of limitations? I'll go for, or the 5th, or something. I'm in another
Statute of
country
Liberty,
now.
Instead of sirens, you hear horses like galloping, right?
Yeah.
the Mountie?
You hear the clip clop. Oh, they're coming.
You have the right to remain silent, okay?
Yeah. The fact that I had moonshine from the southeastern U.S., I could literally get 4 times what I paid for it back here. I just had to haul it back for whatever, 1,500 miles or whatever the trip was.
Yep. Awesome.
Right? And if you ran out of gas, if you ran out of gas, you could have just dumped that in the tank.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. Run cleaner than any gasoline.
Hey, you guys down in the States, is your gas prices gone up recently the last couple of months?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's nuts up here. Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
$2.79. $2.79 here.
$4 in California.
$4.
$4.
$2.39 down here. So what, in Dave's terms, what is it up by you guys, and what is that in real money?
With exchange rate, well, see, we pay $6 Canadian for a gallon.
Jeez.
So that would be about a little over $5 a gallon.
How much is that for real gas?
And how much of that can you put in a real car?
Hey, we're the ones that still build the cars, guys, and we just sell them to you guys.
What kind of cars are Canadian?
I don't know.
the
All
big ones?
my cars are American, so
Really?
Yeah, but they're probably not built in America, Steve. That's the thing. They're either built in Canada or Mexico.
I don't know. A '76 Vet, that's in the
Canadian
States.
cars.
That's
Canadian
built in
cars.
Montreal.
Kentucky.
Really?
76 Corvette.
Every
Yeah.
single Corvette is built in Kentucky.
Now, Jay, they used to also build them in Montreal.
I love how you say Montreal. That's how you hear when you watch.
Montreal.
Yep.
Montreal.
Montreal.
And you have to say Toronto with CH. Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto.
Toronto.
Toronto. The Big Smoke.
Okay.
So
T-Dot.
Ben, what flavor you got in there?
Oh, that's just straight white light. Oh, and this or the vape?
Yeah.
I was like, because I have flavored moonshine too. So
He's got everything going. He's got like 4 things happening.
Can you put the moonshine in the vape?
Yeah, can you vape that stuff?
I wouldn't recommend it. You could probably do it once.
Oh, do it.
Well,
Do
let's
it.
see
We want
that.
to see it. We want to see it. We want to see that.
Come on, man.
We're about to go viral.
He's about to go viral.
Present.
And then he tried to vape moonshine.
Next thing you know, you'll be putting condoms through your nose. You know.
Oh God! Did you see that? Holy!
Yeah. Yeah. That's. Come on.
Wow.
Oh man.
Oh.
So what flavor is in your machine there?
I'm let's see,
Sunset,
Fruit
sunset
Loop cereal.
Sunshine orange.
Yeah, it's a in-house blend. We call it bottom of the box. It tastes like Fruit Loop cereal.
Oh, that sounds good, man.
It is good.
Johnny's like salivating over there.
I'm ready to go back, man. Yeah. You can't ship that stuff, can you?
Put it
Define
in
legal.
Can you put it in a paint can?
You
And
put
I
it
can, I can just like huff it. Can you huff that stuff?
Yeah, but you can't send it to Steve.
Yeah, if you want to get interrogated at the local FedEx.
As soon as I heard about that, Jay, I thought, I bet you he's trying to get nitro paint across the border. I just know it's nitro paint.
Yeah.
Dude, I knew.
Not troll plane. What?
I
What
knew.
was really strange was they FedEx phoned me because Jay, I guess, put my cell phone number on the package. So yeah, they phoned me, and yeah, so they didn't even actually deliver it here. They phoned me first, and I just went and picked it up. So my part was easy.
So I should get money back then if they didn't even deliver it to your house, which I paid for. I'll have to call Sweet Pea up.
Sweet Pea, yes.
Sweet Pea. That's what she was calling me. Man.
Awesome. So who's got new guitars happening at all? We got Caleb's waiting for a neck. Yep. Ben, you're getting a pickup fixed, right?
Actually, well, the
Pickup.
pickup's sitting in it for now.
That's the whole reason we're here is to talk about that. I forgot.
Yeah. We've been on for an hour and a half, and then we're finally getting to why we're here.
So yeah, let's see. Over the last few weeks, I've replaced the bridge on that telly, the selector switch, and the nut. It's got a
So that
brass
doesn't-
nut now.
Oh,
That doesn't make Dave happy because that was a vintage guitar, and
Your
Dave.
dad's telling you?
No, this was one that my cousin gave me in December, the 71 with the rosewood fretboard. The nut was split in half, so it had to be replaced, and so
Why
I
would you
went with a
put brass
brass
on
nut.
it?
Because I wanted to kind of do it 80s Nashville hot rod telly style. So same as the four-way selector switch.
Or 70s. Brass was big in the 70s.
Or 70s, yeah.
Brassed everything out.
Yeah. So I tried brass nut.
try brass
And
monkey.
then, yeah, four-way selector switch. So it has the additional wiring, so it sounds like a Strat out of phase with 2 pickups. And then replace the bridge with a modern bridge, so it has 6 saddles, so I can actually intonate it fully. And it's got the thicker modern saddles, so you don't have the little piece of thread rod sticking up, acting like a cheese grater when you want to palm mute.
Is it near you right now?
No, it's still over at Rich's place. The neck needs to be reset. He had the strings off it a little too long and didn't back off the truss rod, so it developed a slight back bow.
You gotta, Rich, you got to be choked.
No, just put one gauge heavier strings on it for a little while and tune it to F. It'll be fine.
Yeah, tune it to R flat.
Yeah, it just needs like literally a quarter turn. It's very, very slight. So
it's a quarter turn, man.
Just a quarter turn.
Vintage Sound says they charge 40% state tax in Pennsylvania for vaping oils. Oh,
wow. Wow.
And they put you in prison for that too.
Man.
I think the cigarette companies are angry.
Yeah.
You think?
So. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And the government too for people not buying cigarettes anymore, and they're going to that stuff. Well, hey, how are we going to make this up? Okay, let's tax the crap out of that now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, Ben, you're in the vaping industry.
I am. I am.
Are any of the bigger companies, Marlboro, Camel, did any of them make like a vape sauce or like a vape
juice?
I've heard in the last year and a half or so, Philip Morris has been looking into doing it because I think they see the writings on the wall.
Yes.
So
The writing's been on the wall. That's almost like the record industry thing.
yeah,
It's like they knew something was going to come up and they didn't plan ahead. Johnny, this is a perfect topic. But
see, there you go.
yeah.
Right?
It's like vape. It's like vaping is
Vapester showed up.
Vapester. Yeah, vaping is like MP3s. It's just it disappears. You listen to it and it's like, there's no record of it. Literally, there's no record. There's no records anymore. Man.
Vapester.
Eddie Vape Halen.
Mm-hmm. He vapes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I saw him, he had a vape pen.
He should hang a vape off his guitar neck, like it's on there.
Well, that's
Somebody mentioned we should do that on our show last night. Because Rich was ranting about how he hates 3 pickup guitars. So someone said take out the middle pickup and put a vape in it.
Why would he hate
Clayton James Hicks is here. Tomorrow is Strat Day.
Yes.
Strat Day.
Hey, Clayton.
It's
Clayton.
today now. Today's
Clayton's
Dave,
here, man.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, Clayton.
Clayton is
Ben,
here.
you're saying you put it in the middle pickup position so that all of a sudden you feel like you bring out a chord and just go.
Well, we're trying to figure out the intricacies of that. Do we run a hose up like the mic stand, like a talk box? Like,
Well, phone
Figure
Ace
something
Frehley. Ace Frehley will set you up. Phone him up. He knows how to smoke a guitar.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And Shane Robinson was wondering where I get a brass nut for a telly. Showman Blues found it on Amazon and sent it to me. So
Wow, really?
that's right. Yeah.
Way to go, Showman.
Very cool, man.
Wow.
At Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been eBay for like everything. I haven't gone to Reverb or any of the other ones. It's always been eBay for me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can you get parts on Reverb?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen parts for sale on Reverb.
Oh, I have a question for you, Johnny. Do you still have that red Kramer body? Your Focus body?
Yes.
Is it someplace where you can get to it, or is it up in the loft?
Yeah. No. It's up there. It's up there. I can't get to it. No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sucks we're deleting this.
Oh,
Yeah. No. I can't get to it. No.
Are
Okay.
you really deleting this?
what did we do?
Because if so, I'm dropping F-bombs for the rest of the show. Because you know how hard it is to hold it in right now?
And we're gonna play Van Halen riffs the rest of the show.
No, I'm not gonna delete. No.
Okay.
Jay's just going to curse over top of Eruption.
Yeah, right.
Okay, then.
Huh? So what?
All right.
So wait. So Dave. So what's your question?
He's interested in getting that.
No, I'm looking for something that I need, and I was wondering if you had any extra to help me out. I'm looking for a controlled cover,
like,
cavity cover.
He's like, come on, man, help me out, man.
Come on, man. No, controlled cavity cover.
I saw that.
But not this one.
I saw that post.
Yeah,
I saw that post.
And I think that guitar has that type of cavity cover.
Hey man, you got any cavity covers?
Guitar that still has it.
That was the Steve Anderson butt cam. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Isn't there a website, Dave, that makes custom sized like backing plates and stuff like that?
Butt cams?
Yeah. That's not what I need, Steve.
No, it's not that size.
That's not it.
It's like a I know exactly what he's saying. It's like
it's a smaller.
It's like a small. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I just got tons of stuff sitting around, right? So, yeah.
You know what? Hang on.
So you want my backplate is what you want. That's what he wants.
Well, he just wants to know the shape, right?
No, he wants your backplate.
He wants it.
It's this one.
Well, just take that one off.
No.
Show us the shape of your backplate.
This is for my original '84 Kramer. I can't take it off this guitar.
Look at that. Nice.
Wait, is that really
original '84 Beretta?
And that's really yours?
Yeah. Yep.
Hey Dave, how many of those are in existence? The one where he's in the ad with the no bozos. Like how many of those? Do you know how many?
That's a good question. There's probably, I don't know. There's I know of 2 real ones, but most of the ones you see are replicas. People, because there weren't that many of non-tilted headstock 84, what they call the Holy Grail.
Holy Grails, yeah.
The old logo.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably, I would say there's probably a couple of dozen of those guitars, real ones.
Mm-hmm. And there's 1 or 2 that's signed on the very front.
And my buddy of mine, the guy who I got this one from, has the one that you guys always see with the black autograph. He owns that one. I played it. It was a beautiful guitar.
What's that worth?
About $9,000 or $10,000.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine an 80s Kramer that's not owned by anyone special that's worth 10 grand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. You hear my cat meowing?
Heard something. What's the name of the cat?
Sammy.
Sammy. Nice. That was pretty good, Caleb. That was like an hour and a half that we didn't hear David Lee Roth say something.
Mm-hmm. So Dave, I might be able to help you.
Yeah, all righty.
Yes.
Maybe. We'll see. Maybe. You have to remind me, but don't text me at 6 in the morning.
Can't you just trace that one, Dave?
Of course I can, but I want a real plate for a guitar. I don't want to make one. If I have to, I will. But if I could get a real one, that'd be great.
Okay.
So, Caleb, how long do you figure now till your neck shows up?
He's got it. It's right there. It's right here. Right. What do you think his head sits on?
Well, it's how many stretches and exercises do you have to do?
Yeah.
Until it actually reappears.
Yeah.
That's why I grow the beard, to cover up.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. I don't know if it's in some neck of the woods right now. Getting late. It's getting late. No, I don't know.
It's getting late.
We're up on 4 weeks, and it was 4 to 6 week promise. So
Right.
I'm assuming I'll get a notification pretty soon. And
yeah, I got a Federal Express ticket today, so I'm thinking my body and neck's at Federal Express right now. So
ooh,
yeah.
unboxing.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited, man, to get the build going. I got all the parts ready to go. So, yep.
Got the green paint.
Yep, got the green paint.
Go ahead, Jay.
You weren't here earlier. I got a phone call today from the from the Fender tech that looked at this guitar that said, I need a replacement. And he got a phone call from EVH today.
And
it's being shipped on Monday.
Yes.
So it gets shipped to him. I didn't know this until today, but it gets shipped to him. He's going to look it over to make sure everything's cool. And then I bring him this one. He ships this one back, and then I take that one. So,
dude, I can almost guarantee that guitar you're getting is going to be sick.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, because they certainly don't want you to have two lemons.
Yeah.
No, that's why that guy's going to look over it like tooth and nail, and it's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Except it's gonna have been sacked by Eddie.
It'll be the the vintage white version. I'll be like,
it'll be signed on the back of the headstock.
Sorry.
I'm
so sorry.
Yes, Eddie's gonna write. My balls have touched this one.
Officially teabagged by EVH himself.
Yes, Ernie Balls.
Well, didn't we try to figure out the name of something like? Remember we were talking about the hot Carl and everything, and
oh no, we were trying.
We were trying to figure out a name for something you would call, like what would you call something you rubbed your junk on and shipped it to somebody? What would be the name for that?
Oh my god,
hot spada.
Teabag.
Teabagging.
Yep, teabagging.
Oh,
that's like a Italian slang, spada.
Yeah, so I think it's got 2 coats of taint on it.
Johnny's like, yep, getting deleted now.
Consider this one private.
Yeah. Glad you tuned in live, folks, because you're not catching it tomorrow.
Yeah, Steve, they flagged your taint at the border.
No, I have the paint. So guys, like, this shot here, guys, of Eddie and like a couple, like I don't know, like 57 Chevy pickup trucks he had or something. I don't know what it was, but do you guys remember that he had 2 like trucks and then 2 guitars that were painted the same? I don't know if they were Music Mans or PV, probably PVs.
He sold them at the auction.
Yeah, okay.
At that famous auction that they have.
Barrett Jackson.
I also know that he had 2 hot rod cars with 2 EVH Wolfgangs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Painted like the cars.
No, and he sold those cars, and they came with the guitars.
That's right.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So you guys don't have any connections on Facebook or anything with any of those guys that won those, or no?
The guys that won those probably don't even look at that car or have that guitar in one of their homes somewhere. I mean, the money.
That's all high-end Barrett Jackson stuff. That goes for some long dollars. Yeah,
no, I understand. I just didn't know. Yeah. Do we know like where those people are? Do they still have the stuff? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those people are probably
they're
not watching our show.
They're probably sleeping right now.
John probably knows who they are.
Is what they're doing.
Which is where I'm about to go.
Yeah, 7 minutes to 2 in the morning on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Those guys are probably the guys that bought up like 30 of the Art Series guitars,
Or the replica, yeah.
Yeah, or the Frankie replica for sure.
Yeah.
knocked over some change, got a Frankie replica.
Yeah. Pulled the cushions out of their couch, Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
$14,000.
Okay.
So Dave, that cavity at the back of the plate, what guitar should it come off? Is it a Kramer Focus?
No, it's not. It should come off an 84 or an 85 Kramer guitar. It's gonna go on an 84 Pacer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll see what I can find around here. Yeah. Okay.
Which I guess I can show you what you're talking about.
Well, he's getting on the ladder, the Lex Luthor ladder.
No.
Lex Luthor.
I took the stripes off. I took the stripes off the purple guitar, and that's.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Why, Dave?
Because I didn't like the way it looked. It looked sloppy, and I'm going to repaint it. I'm repainting the guitar purple, and I'm not putting stripes on it. I love the way the guitar plays. This neck is really, it's one of my favorite necks.
Huh.
And I wanted to have a pseudo Van Halen style guitar that I could do gigs with without having stripes on it.
Does can you show the nut again? Does it match the Floyd?
Yeah, it's a gold nut.
Oh yeah, wow, look at that.
Oh, it'd be cool if you had a Rockinger on that.
What?
The Rockinger? What is it called?
No, this is the Floyd.
I know, it'd be cool if you had the Rockinger, though.
Nothing cool about a Rockinger at all.
I know. I know.
Don't
What year? Hey, Dave, what's the official year of that guitar?
The body's this is an 84.
Oh, okay.
Or no, maybe an 83. I guess it's 83. But
Wow.
yeah.
The original's an 81 or an 82, right?
Yeah, 81. Because the original had a strat head on it like this, but you know, a real one. This is a Music Craft neck.
Oh, that's a Music Craft neck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was going to say it looks super clean if that's original.
It is. It is super clean, but it's a Music Craft neck that had a Kramer decal put on. That's really a great job.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it's super clean. Huh.
Yeah, it's a great guitar, or it will be once it's done, because I'm gonna do professional paint on it. I'm gonna, with a clear coat and everything.
Oh, wow. But you said it's going to be purple, Dave. It looks kind of blue to me.
Well,
no, I guess not.
It's purple. It just I sanded through in a few spots, and it was candy apple red underneath. So,
oh, okay. Yeah.
And my light here is making it look blue, but it's purple.
So, Dave, do you have any plugs for the guys that are painting that? Like, who does it? Is it just a friend or?
My buddy is going to paint this guitar.
Oh, okay. Yep. Right
And
on.
is my buddy like a shop or
No. My buddy Nick is going to paint this guitar. That's all I'm going to say.
Nick Bobic, Banana Fanafothic.
All right.
Yeah.
what's Caleb's Fender Guru? This one?
Yeah.
This is the Warmouth that I built. Warmouth guitar. Painted myself. Got 5 different colors on it.
Wow.
I like that guitar. That guitar looks cool, man.
Thank you.
You painted that one, Caleb?
I did.
Wow.
With rattle cans.
Yeah. No, because the fading looks really good going from shade to shade.
It does. Yep.
It's not like it wasn't like you taped it. It looks sort of faded in.
Oh no, I just went like shh, and then shh.
Yeah.
It's the best way to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to Fender Guru all the way from New Zealand. We love
It's
the
like
Fender
next
Guru.
week there.
Yeah. Vintage Sound says the Philadelphia Guitar Show has a lot of Kramer parts at the show.
Yeah, I know. I'm just not driving out to Philly for a $5 part.
How many hours? How many hours drive would that be, Dave?
Like 4.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's nothing, man.
I know. Yeah.
Oh well.
4 hours?
Then you do it.
Why don't we have somebody who watches the show go for it? Anybody want to go for Dave?
But when is the Philly Guitar Show?
Vintage Sounds will give the answer. He's a good guy.
Somebody droned for Dave.
I think someone should go see Gary Kramer and just get an original one for me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hey, the dots
Hint,
are
hint.
crooked on the top of my friggin' neck. I just noticed that.
Uh-oh, another one going back.
Poof.
No, this.
Another call.
It's
I
because
can't
it's
call
made in
that.
China. That's a Chinese neck. That's why.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. That's your Mexican.
Yep. Mexican.
Oh yeah, Bozique lives in Philadelphia.
Chinacan?
Bozique's a good guy. Bozique sent Johnny a body, didn't
He sent them a whole guitar.
Shh.
he? Yeah.
Yeah, gee, Warmouth makes incredible stuff. I'm totally impressed with this stuff. I've gotten 2 guitars from them, and this is my number one, so I love it. And,
Yeah.
go.
I had a Warmouth neck in the 90s that I wish I still had. Warmouth Strat neck. It was a ebony fretboard, and the entire neck was some sort of it was like red, not like red, like this, but like some exotic, red.
Like Schwinn orange, or
No, like brown red, like it's brown, but it's kind of.
So that would be bread?
It was like bread crust.
Was it like
tone.
Like
bread?
brick. Like brick.
roaring.
Reddish brown.
It actually looked like bread crust. It's kind of reddish, is it?
Brick. Yeah.
Yeah, Fender Guru, this is my fave. Hopefully until I put my stainless steel 5150 together. I hope that's my fave.
All right, guys. I'm out like a fat kid in dodgeball.
All right.
Oh hey,
See ya.
See ya.
it's the coaster.
Man,
Transport. He's gone.
We
Good.
lost him, Captain.
We lost him.
Now we can talk about him. He's still watching though. He'll be sitting there the rest of the show watching.
I don't know the next part.
Figure it out, Jade, man. Figure it out.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
Man. So what?
Ben Coombs, what's happening? What's going on?
Yeah.
Did you
I
guys
told
like the exit?
I told
Chilling
you.
like a villain. Yes, we loved your exit, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny, I told you.
Oh, it really stinks now, man. What?
Yeah, right. Hey, Ben, what guitar is that you're holding?
It's a BC Rich Mockingbird.
Oh,
Wow. What year would that be? Do you know?
Who knows? Early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
Plywood body. Paid $150 for it for Valentine's for
That's
myself.
quite the bottom horn on that body.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
it's
Is
a
that?
bottom
There you go.
rhino spike.
It looks like
Yeah.
it'll sit in your lap pretty easily.
Whoa.
He bought it.
You don't want to sit on that guitar's lap, though.
Yeah.
No, you do not.
Does that guitar have like a right hand from when you were 15? Or? That's called a callback.
Oh, crap.
Wow. Now it's me and everybody wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, right.
Yes, you look like a
Johnny's
weirdo.
our leader.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Pest control. Pest control.
We didn't get the Orkin memo.
Yeah.
We got the
You
poop.
know what? You know what's funny though? Like I saw the show earlier on his beta.
You got the
And
poof note.
No, I saw it was white with the red trim. That's fine. And then we were joking later, like, oh, Orkin and pest control. But then all of a sudden, I didn't even notice that it actually says Orkin in the pocket. I didn't know. So it's
Yeah.
pretty- yeah.
It's an actual shirt.
I'm gonna have to go to the Goodwill tomorrow and see if I can find that shirt.
Oh, if you do, that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
John BL
I actually, I used to drive a, well, my car that some of you guys who've been around for a while, I had that car that broke down.
Yeah.
And I had to get a new car. The car that busted was a white truck, and I used to wear this shirt in that truck, and I used to think, what if I just slapped the logo on the side of the truck?
Get a magnet, get an Orkin magnet.
Yeah, and the chicks you'd be picking up. Oh.
Yeah, he just pulls up next to a car full of hot chicks like, that's right, baby.
The Orkin man.
That's the Orkin man.
Yeah, vintage sounds. Yeah, Gene Simmons also used to play a Kramer. He played a Kramer acoustic bass when Kiss did an Unplugged show back in 1995. I know that little stat for you. So I think he was in
a Farrington bass. Did they make a Farrington?
Yes, sir.
Bass?
Yes.
Wow.
Black. Yep, black. Yep.
Cool.
Awesome.
Does anybody have a Farrington?
Yes, I do. Hold on.
Oh. There he goes.
The Steve Anderson ass cam.
I know.
The Dorkin man. Mad Dog. What do you got? Look at you, man.
So Caleb,
look at
this is
Here we
Caleb.
go. Here we get the explanation.
Yeah, this is probably the second version of the Kramer Farrington. So Eddie would have played the first version on the intro to the song Dreams from 5150. This would be the second version. This is probably like 1988. It's got shark tooth inlays and acoustic electric. It's very thin, this body. And
That's so awesome. Oh.
So the thing about it was like people would think, oh wow, it's like super thin like an electric guitar, but it's acoustic, it plugs in. So Caleb, for me around here on Vancouver Island, we'd always camp in the summertime up in mountains around here, or out boating and stuff. My cousin always had boat, and so it's really easy to pack, right? Because you go camping up on a mountain. I'm like, I'm packing like a case of beer, a few Subway sandwiches, and then I need something easy to play guitar for everybody.
It's a Steinberger now.
Yeah. No, but Caleb, this guitar is beaten to hell. Like there's trees,
Steve,
tree branches.
Just now.
Tree branches have totally like whacked into this thing and just totally beaten up. But I needed a guitar that was easy to pack.
Is there like a bear claw scratch mark on it? Or
yeah, you name it. Cougars, deer, snails have ran over this thing. Yeah.
How's the neck on that thing?
Oh, it's awesome, man. It's like an electric guitar, but
That's so
rad. It's meant to plug in. But
when did you get that?
Sorry?
When did you get it?
Oh God, early 90s. Let's say 92, 93.
So you got a new?
No, it was used. Like $350 probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
Steve.
Well, in 92, it was only a few years old.
Yeah. But
those guitars, I always wanted one of those because of the neck. The neck on that guitar is the same as on my Kramer Focus. I mean, it's a Kramer electric guitar neck is what that thing is.
Yeah.
As an acoustic, like he said, it's meant to plug in.
Yeah.
Plug it in.
I'm trying to get you to do this, just to kind of hear
the resonance.
I gotta tune it first. This thing's
no, please don't. No, just do it. No, just do it.
Are you kidding me?
Do it.
Okay, so you're obviously.
What was that?
What was that?
Sounded like a piano.
It sounded like it was underwater.
Yeah. So guys, like when you're camping,
you're having a few drinks.
Well, exactly. That's exactly my point. Like when you got 12 people, I'm learning all these songs like to play for people. I got to do the Jimi Hendrix thing. I'm playing guitar and I'm singing, knowing the lyrics, the whole thing. and people are drunk, they don't care what it sounds like. They're
like, hey guys,
God, there's a guy playing guitar and singing on the top of the mountain, and I'm completely wasted. They love it.
So yeah, so Steve's like, hey everybody, am I in tune? Yeah, bro, you're fine, bro. Just play, man. Just play. Go ahead, hit some.
Yeah.
Yeah, play something in the key of H.
Yeah, right.
Here, I'll give you an E. Oh, there you go.
I'm out of tune.
Get up now.
Yeah, I gotta tune it. I might as well. I'm sitting here.
All right, and Fender Guru has asked me a couple of times what my favorite guitar is in my collection. This would be my 67 Telecaster that my dad gave me, that my dad gigged with for years. So
Look at that.
That's my favorite in my collection.
Mr. Coombs' Telly.
Oh,
Yep.
Wow.
look at that neck.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
year is that? Do you know?
67.
67. Yeah,
Nice.
67.
Turn
I'm
around.
busy.
What kind of guitar is that?
What's your name?
Oh man.
What are you holding?
Stop it.
Johnny, are we live?
Enough.
Yeah.
That's the Dave Nesdall right there. Enough.
Oh, you're turning right into Dave Nesdall, man. That's
Yeah, right.
exactly. Except that's off camera. Yeah.
So that's her. Served him well for a number of years in a number of bands and stuff. so,
Wow.
yeah.
Awesome.
That's awesome. To be able to play the same instrument as your father. I mean, that's really cool, man.
This is what I learned my first chords on, was plugged into a Silverface Fender, and I was ticked off because there was zero distortion whatsoever. It was the cleanest tone known to man.
What's wrong with
this amp?
Do you have like pictures of it looking like semi-new and you're like really young with it or anything like that?
The closest would be when my dad was gigging with it in his last band. It had already started to wear by that point.
Got it.
Yeah. Nothing with me playing it as a child, because usually it was always off at the practice space all the time, right? You never really saw it a lot as a child. And then when I started, I'm like, Dad, I want to learn how to play guitar. He goes, well, grab mine until you can get one of your own. Okay. So
that's awesome.
Cool.
Man, if I had that guitar and that amp, there would be no distortion, man. It would be
yeah, but I just want to sound like Angus
clean.
Young. That was and Ace Frehley. That's all I want to do. So what do I know, right?
Oh, Johnny, you were playing yesterday in a video, or was that today?
Today.
Almost yesterday.
What delay were you using? The Echoplex?
The Echoplex, yeah.
Awesome. That sounded really cool.
Ah, thanks, man. Yeah, that's a great pedal, man. I love that pedal. Huh? John, you sent me a picture? Let's see. Yeah, just a couple minutes ago. It's loading. Yeah, Ben. Yeah, we were all worried that was the telly that was the guitar you wanted to change the pickup in.
Oh yeah, no.
You know?
This one already has EMGs in it anyway, so I gotta find the original. I have the original bridge, and I think my dad went through 2 or 3 neck pickups in this thing in about a 10-year period, because a lot of the pickups weren't that good back in the day. They failed after 2 or 3 years of gigging, They just didn't last. So I don't know where they all are. I'd like to find the other neck pickup. I can dump that into my 71 as a stopgap for now till I get something else. But I'm keeping all the original parts for these things anyway. So it's just a matter of finding everything. It's around here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So that guitar is a battery pack now?
Yep. Inside the control panel.
Wait a minute.
It's all new. It was all new electronics and everything as part of the EMG kit. So complete wiring, 9-volt battery stuck in there.
Wow.
No, James Orcott asked if I have the ashtray for this. No, my dad lost the ashtray for this by the early 70s. I do have the ashtray for my 71 though.
I saw the video with you on your Canucks program
Oh,
and,
yes.
and you were holding the ashtray. I saw that.
Yeah, that's the first thing Rich notices every time he opens the guitar case. He's like, "There's the ashtray." I'm like, "Yeah, buddy." So I can't put it on it now. So
for people that don't know, what's the purpose of that ashtray, and why? Just why?
Because you
the purpose, it would cover up this whole bridge assembly here, and the idea was to keep harmonics in for the pickup, and nobody ever palm muted or anything, so there was you didn't need to access the bridge per se.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the way, Fender would always put like a loop of metal over their pickups, like on the original P bass and stuff like that. And everybody started taking them off when rockabilly and stuff started, so you can get that palm muted kind of slapbacky boogie woogie.
So, have you guys tried playing a guitar with the ashtray on it?
Yeah, I tried it on my 71. It's so annoying.
It's such a different.
Yeah.
You
I'm
can't.
always playing back there.
There's no palm. You can't palm mute at all.
Yeah.
You have one on like next to you that you can kind of show what you're talking about?
No, I don't have mine here, but literally when you think about it, you're covering the strings up to where my middle finger is. So no chance of palm muting in any way.
Imagine like something covering the entire pickup and you playing like above the pickup like this, like
foreskin.
This is Caleb Rapporter reporting.
You have to adjust the way you play. Like if you used to putting your palm on the bridge, you can't do that. Like let's say you play like this, right? With the ashtray, you're like this.
So you're fulcrum picking from just like
it's
it's
crazy.
I think whoever played my 71 before my cousin bought it obviously played with the ashtray on it, because that's why I had to replace the bridge. It was unplayable because to get the action right, like the threaded rods were like the saddles would be halfway down the threaded rod, so you have like an 1/8 inch sharp metal times 6 across, and it was just a cheese grater for every time I had to palm mute something. So I was like, I got to get rid of this, and I just put a modern system on it. So some people will look at me and
would anybody else, I'm sorry to cut you off, but would anybody else pay money right now for Caleb to turn around and be like, do you mind? I'm live on the internet right now. Put the cereal bowl away.
It's totally, he's getting cereal.
Yeah.
Fruit Loops.
I live here.
I apologize for. I just had to say it, man.
Quite all right. Yeah. So I put and I know people are gonna poo-poo me for, taking parts off an old guitar, but like, I'm the same way my dad is. He put EMGs in this thing. We look at these things as tools. You use them to, do your craft.
That's what Johnny said.
I'll put the parts in a Ziploc bag, and it's not like I'm getting rid of these guitars anyway, so I don't really care. But
I think certain guitars like your dad's guitar, right?
Yeah. Well, this is not even close to being mint. So, for the snob that wants it all original, he wouldn't want this guitar anyways, because it's been played.
He would just change it back.
But you're not gonna. Yeah. As far as your dad's guitar goes, like you're not gonna do too much to change it from what it is now, right?
No, if anything, I'd change it back more stock. Like I'd put passive pickups back in it, and
I'm just saying, like, I think certain guitars, maybe like for instance, like the signature model. Mm-hmm. I don't want to mod too much stuff on that. Like I might, I'm going to put the a brass block in again because I still have it. But as far as like anything, I'm not going to change out the pickups. I won't even probably change the bridge. Certain guitars, I think, need to stay kind of how they are.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas other guitars, I mean,
Yeah, Dave's not here right now. So Ben, earlier Dave was going on about like keeping a vintage guitar vintage. So like taking vintage pickup and just getting it rewound instead of like
and if I was keeping that guitar completely stock, then yes, I would have gone that route. But I'm already modding it quite a bit, and And don't get me wrong, I love the original sound of Telly's. Like, I'm probably going to keep the bridge pickup. It is hot. It's awesome in that thing. I just probably put something different in the neck if I do get some, a replacement pickup. So, but then again, when Buddy was saying like it's $75 for a rewind, it's like that's pretty cheap. So I may go that route.
Yeah.
It definitely looks like somebody spilled a beer on that guitar like way back when. Because the first time I got into it, I was pulling paint off the guitar body trying to get the pickguard off because it was sealed to the body and it just looked like old crusty beer. And I'm like, whoa, okay.
That's what.
But it makes sense. Sure. The thing was gigged 30 years ago when these things sold for $200-$300. So it wasn't some vintage guitar at the time. It was a guy's tool of the trade, and he spilled a beer on it. So
sorry guys, I got to interrupt. The Vigilant, who's one of my favorites because of his hat. I'm thinking about getting a Mexican Wolfgang special at some point this year. Awesome.
That's Wyatt Earp. That's what's his name from Wyatt Earp, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a question. Will a Gatto Floyd fit the guitar? I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy a regular Floyd trem shape and feel. I would say probably yes. What do you think, Johnny?
It's a Dave question.
I wouldn't think. I think all the Floyds are basically interchangeable.
I thought it was a Gatto Floyd that was already on those.
Yeah, I'd
shows
say
how much I know.
Just be aware of the nut, whether it's an R2, an R3, an R5. That's what you got to worry about sometimes. If you're gonna spend $200 and something for a Floyd, just make sure you've got the right nut width. Most of them are an R2. That's the scary part is that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what I would do is I would call Gatto and be like, "Hey, I want to get one of your Floyds," which I guess it's not. You don't want to say that to them, but
one of your Gattos.
One of your Gattos. Will it fit on a Wolfgang? And they'll be able to tell you yes or no. So,
I'm saying for sure it will. It's just a matter. I want the Vigilant to make sure that the nut. Right, that he gets.
But that's what I'm saying. They will know exactly. Okay, you want to get this one, or I'm just saying you want to make sure before you go ahead and order something, and then you end up calling, "Hey, this doesn't work."
I'd say I'm pretty confident it'd be an R2 nut with any of the Wolfgangs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looks like Bruce is heading to bed for the night. Have a good one, buddy. I'm glad you made it this late.
Good night, Bruce.
Oh, Bruce
Mr. BHP himself.
Yeah.
Huh?
He always has.
Bruce?
Bruce is still awake.
Yeah.
Good night, Bruce.
I was going to let that through too. Yeah.
I couldn't wait. I was hoping to do it first. Those are like tiger tooth inlays, man.
There's a good question. Vintage sounds. Did the Van Halen? Did they move the Japan factory because of the Fukushima reactor? Wow. Not sure. Not sure. So what's the order? It went from China then to Japan for the specials?
I think it was Japan, then China. Johnny?
That makes sense.
Japan, then China.
Go.
And then
I would imagine they were using the Fender Japan shop, weren't they? For the Japanese builds.
Well, did the Indonesia plant get moved from somewhere, or that's just for the standard?
Standard. Johnny, did you mute us?
Huh?
No, he's good.
What?
Bruce, man, he's last night.
What?
The order of V8 production for the specials.
The non-USA.
I just know there was the Chinese ones and the Japanese ones, and I would see them around the same time. So I don't know if one went from.
Oh, so the Chinese were probably the standards, and the Japanese were the special.
Well, no, they were both specials. I don't know if they had moved from one to the next.
I thought it was Japanese, then China, and then Mexico.
Okay, that's possible. Yeah. I mean that would make sense to me. That makes sense to me.
Because a lot of people say that the Japanese ones were the closest to the USA ones, as far as just how they felt, you know, quality wise and everything.
Oh my goodness!
Thanks to everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat. There's 37 watching.
Damn, really?
Yeah. We're poofing it up.
What the hell is going on? I was like, is there 5 people watching?
Oh, hey, man.
All of us.
Negative.
And Ben's poofing it up.
Yeah. Hey, I can't believe Absolute Mayhem's still in the chat because he's one of my regulars at the shop. That's how we met. So he's, you know, it's 2:30 in the morning for him too. So.
Oh, he comes into the store?
Yeah.
Oh, no crap.
No stuff.
Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, no stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, I got to give credit to some of these guys, man. I mean,
oh yeah.
You know, I mean, I've only been, you know, on here for how many months now? Yeah, something like that. A little longer probably, but you know, some of these guys, man, some of you guys are in here.
Hey, Michael Smith just showed up.
Hey, Michael Smith.
He just got on the boat.
He just got on the boat.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael.
Sorry to hear that. Absolute Mayhem.
Fender,
she's doing okay.
Yeah, Fender Guru, our friend from New Zealand. I never liked the upper horn. I hate to say it because it's an EVH show. It was the upper horn of the Music Man or the PV. It just wasn't for me. I've always been a Strat guy. Whether it was a Fender Strat, even the Ibanez I used to play, the first guitar I played in a band with, there's a Fender looking or a Strat looking good body. That's a guitar for me. So I never went that route. And then I waited to the Stripe series. The Charvel Bumblebee was the first of the Stripe series guitars I had because it was still, you know, the Strat body. Looks awesome to me. So I never went the Wolfgang route. The Zillow looks pretty cool though, but because of this show, I'm building guitars now. I'm waiting for a body and a neck, and I got all these parts. I'm ready to go. I got paint today from our friend Jay Hannon here from South Carolina, Little River. He stepped up, and so yeah, I'm all into about the building now. So yeah, I'm not sort of going that route.
So have you played a Wolfgang?
I played a PV once, and Dave Nesdal and I kind of agree that the body just seemed kind of small to me when I sat and played it. And that was the same day that I bought the 79 Marshall that I have. Instead of buying the PV Wolfgang, I bought the 79 Marshall. That was the same day. I made a decision that day, yeah. I bought the amp instead of the guitar.
Yeah, I'm still holding out for my gray Stealth USA. I must have that guitar in my life someday. So.
Oh, cool.
If there's one Wolfgang I'm gonna get, it's gonna be that one. So.
Right. And that's the new one, right? That's for 2018.
No, that one came out like in 2012 or something, 2011.
Oh, did it?
But
okay.
It's still on there. You can order it. So.
Yeah, I wish they made those ones with the dots instead of the blocks, but that's just my personal preference, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I like the blocks because they're different. So
I like block inlays.
I mean, and I've never owned an ebony neck, so you know, I played that guitar at NAMM a few months ago, and it was just ridiculous.
Flies, right? That the neck, the ebony
they do
with those frets. You just
incredible.
It's unreal.
It is it's beautiful. But I dream about that guitar still. So
I can't say I've ever played Wolfgang ever, but I played enough Les Paul customs to know the block inlays and an ebony fretboard feels fast under your fingers.
Hey Zach,
Citizen Kane's in here, man. Yeah,
what, did everyone just get off? Did everyone just get out of like an Uber together or something?
Yeah, no good. Well, I'm just thinking World of Small Worlds 2 Mad Dog apparently is literally an hour up the road from me, and his sister is based in the same town as me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, real quick, if everybody can, just some people we know where you are already, but just put where you're from.
Yeah. Roll call. And I'm just going to answer Vintage Sounds because he's a good question guy.
Yes.
Hey, Steve, what are you using to hold down your picks in your guitar? Right here, Vintage Sounds. Regular duct tape. Cut a piece about 1 inch long. Roll it like a cigarette. And put it on your guitar. And then grab some picks. Put it on. That's it, man. That's how simple it is. Just duct tape. Yeah.
Why didn't Eddie use double-sided tape? That's what I would love to ask.
I would say this is just so accessible, right?
Convenient. Yeah.
It's accessible. It's convenient. You probably have duct tape sitting around your house, and you just went, "Hey, rip a piece of this off and roll it up," and yeah. And it doesn't mark.
And he wanted his paint to get peeled off over time. So.
Yeah.
And yeah, just the Vintage Sounds. It doesn't really do anything to mine. Like sometimes things wear a bit, and then okay, I'll rip it off and put a new set on of the tape, and it hasn't ever done anything to the paint on mine. I wouldn't care if it did anyways. I don't mind marking up these guitars, right? That's kind of the trait with us Eddie sort of guys. We don't care if there's a scratch or a gouge in the paint. It's part of the fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny, Michael Smith from the Bronx living in Denver. You can tell those New York guys sometimes they have to tell you they're from New York.
In which borough?
Yeah. We got Bobby Clipper from Brooklyn, Citizen Kane, Colorado Springs, Sean Mahoney, Battle Creek, Michigan, James Orcutt, Santa Rosa.
So cool.
Oh yeah, Shane Robinson,
Indiana.
Lafayette, Indiana. Yeah.
So
yeah,
cool.
a lot of good people out of that town.
Yeah, it's really cool, guys, in the chat. You're all from all over the United States, and it's awesome. We got 36 watching now, and it's awesome to have you guys here.
The Steve Anderson takeover.
Yeah.
The Canadian invasion.
Hey, you know what? I apologize for last week, but I just, pretty excited to be here. So, yeah, I'm a pretty liberal.
Oh, and Johnny dug out his 1984.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my next. Yeah.
Poof. It just poofed on us. Oh, poof.
Yeah. That's my next build. Once I do my personal guitar, that's the next one I'm going to build is that one. Yeah.
So do you know exactly what you're going to do for your personal guitar?
Yes.
Like you can see it. There's nothing you're kind of like, well, I'll see what happens when I do this, and we'll see.
No, I had a dream, and it's going to happen. Yeah.
I had a dream.
And I had a comment on that, but I'm not going to say it because I can't say that on here.
Oh, no, not that kind, man. I just said
it was an awesome dream. Was that it?
It was a really awesome dream.
It was a really awesome dream. Hello.
Yeah, right. No, just guitar vision. I said, you know what? I want to have a guitar that I can play live when I'm with the group of guys I play with. We play house parties and stuff that's not striped related. I just want, give me a green guitar. Purple, no. Blue, no. Orange, no. No, green. Yeah, I got it. And it's pretty much the Kramer 5150. It's just, just the paint. I don't want anything that's striping. I just want to say, hey, man, this is what I'm playing. And that's cool with me. But all the parts and everything are pretty much the Kramer 5150. But that's cool with me. Yep. Citizen Kane, Fender Guru. I have a 2005 American Strat. Do you know if they are routed for a humbucker? I'm too lazy to take it apart. Plus, I like playing it too much to take apart and have out of commission. So those guys are negotiating something. Citizen Kane and Fender Guru. Well, I know he's from New Zealand. Yeah. So those guys are working something out. So that's cool.
What was the bad word in there?
I don't know.
It was a plug for his show.
Oh, they blocked my message?
Yeah, it was blocked. It was blocked.
Really?
What was the
because I can't see anything here. That's the weird part. It just shows up like a normal comment. So
Canuck.
The ranch.
Is Canuck a bad word? Where you
No. No,
No.
What does it
It's a
mean?
term of endearment.
it's just
Check out my channel.
You're Canadian.
Check out
and you're
my
cool.
channel got flagged.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it must be.
You're Canuck is you're Canadian and you're cool. You're a Canuck.
Yeah. You're a Canuck.
Yep.
Except for the team. Just kidding.
Michael Smith says the bottom of the chat shows Steve and Ben on the ends. This segment should be called Between Two Canucks.
It's different on mine.
And yeah, I've had enough Mountain Kool-Aid tonight that I'm just blatantly plugging my channel in the chat.
Oh, Ben, yeah, the Stubbies. You still got a case of our 2-4 of the Stubbies going.
I did. Yep.
You must be getting to the end of the 2-4.
Yeah, I'm about to crack my last one.
Yeah, see? You've had that 2-4 for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yep.
And Steve goes through a 2-4 in 24 minutes.
Yeah.
With dinner. Yeah.
24. Yes, 24 Elsinore beers, please.
Sad part is I don't have an opener, so I'm actually using a Beta 58 microphone as a bottle opener.
Oh,
Oh, well, let's see it. Wait. Let's see that. Hang on.
Vapor 58.
Hang on. We got to see this.
Pop it.
All right.
Look at this, a Stubbies getting cracked
So what
open.
you do, is you crank this under here and you pop it.
Turn it up.
There it is. There it is.
Oh. Thumbnail.
wow.
There it is.
His
Try
thumbnail.
this at home, kids.
Thumbnail just flew off.
Thumbnail, exactly.
Take off. The great white north. Take off.
And who sang that, Jay?
The beauty way to go. I'll
Who
show you
sang that,
something.
Jay?
I'll show you who sang it.
Getty, baby.
That's right, Caleb.
Look at this.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, right?
I mean,
Dude,
I might get.
I wore that Bob and Doug vinyl out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say I might get some hate, from this, but the only Rush record I ever bought was that Bob and Doug McKenzie comedy album. That was the only Rush album I ever bought and enjoyed.
So you have Getty. You don't have Neil or Alex, but you have Getty at least.
But I have Bob and Doug.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's all
God.
you
And
need, man.
did you know that Dave Thomas's brother Ian was quite the musician in his own right?
Nah.
Cool.
Yeah, he had a big hit, "Painted Ladies." A lot of people think it's like a Crosby, Stills, and Nash song, but it's actually Ian Thomas. It was a
Painted
huge hit.
Ladies.
Yeah,
Is that about the houses, the full house houses in San Francisco? The Painted Ladies? Any relation?
Don't know about that.
Are you sure it wasn't Painting Ladies by Peter North?
No.
Oh, God.
God,
12 ropes.
Steve, come on.
What do you need?
It's your show, man. It's your
What
show.
do you need?
You got to talk over that.
Yeah,
Jay's turning red right now.
Okay, Vintage Sound says, "Hey, if you ever need to open a beer, use your car seatbelt. It works every time." You can't do that anymore. They made the class too small, so you can't crack a beer using your seatbelt anymore.
While you're at the
You need
car.
a pre-1984 American sedan.
Yo,
Just saying.
hold on. You know
Not
what's
speaking necessarily from experience, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the term road beers before, right?
Yeah. Oh
Yes.
yeah.
So we went to this in South Carolina. There's still a law that states like liquor stores and beer/wine store. Here's the Steve Anderson ash cam again. So liquor can't be sold in the same stores as wine and beer, so they got to be separate.
Okay.
So we usually go to the liquor store, and the beer store is right next door. So we go to the beer store. And this beer store that we go to, they have all these weird beers. Like they have the, the Iron Maiden beers, this type of stuff, right?
Right.
So on the shelf, like those little tiny lunchbox things, not the Coleman lunchbox, the hard plastic. It's like the with the zippers, the soft lunchboxes. The insulated soft lunch boxes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was a 4-pack of beer, and it came in like a little tiny zip up travel lunchbox, and I'm like, if this doesn't say drink and drive on it, I don't know what does. Like, holy crap.
That's beach beers right there.
I was like, you got to be kidding me. Now what do you got, Steve?
Heineken.
They're coming. Oh, yeah.
Run.
I'm surprised you have beer stores, Jay. Like, can't you just buy beer in the Walmart?
Yes, but
like we can't buy beer in stores here. We actually have to go to a dedicated store, and it's actually called the beer store because everybody referred to it as the beer store, so they just changed the name of it to the beer store.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Where are you going? The beer store.
Yeah, but you can't the liquor laws here, you can't sell liquor on
blue
Sundays.
laws.
Yeah, the blue laws and all that crap.
But you can get a gun anytime.
Yeah. I remember I was picking up some. The first time I traveled to North Carolina, I was picking up some wine to bring home. And we were leaving on the Monday of Memorial Day weekend, and I was asking the people at the Walmart if I could come in on the Monday morning because I didn't want to keep like corked wine. We're camping in a tent, so too hot, it'll ruin the wine. So I'm like, so I can come in on Monday and pick up some wine. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so like what time can I come in? Like, I assume I can't come in till noon, 11 a.m. And they're like, what are you talking about? They're like, you can come in anytime after 7 a.m. and buy wine. I'm like, all right, so let me get this right. I can come in on a holiday at 8 a.m. and buy wine. And they're like, yeah. I was like, this is an interesting country you have here. You can't do that at home. If it's a holiday, you can't buy alcohol.
Yeah. There's liquor stores here. There's cold beer and wine stores. And then there's some of the pubs. They sort of have off sales. So it's pretty easy here to get booze when you need it because the pubs are open all the time.
Yeah.
You guys doing a little boozing, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Sucking back and a little grandpa's old cough medicine.
Hey, Harry, you pull over. I gotta pee.
Even the bars around here, they can't really sell you anything that's unopened, to take home. But you play 4 sets at the bar, they're like, "Do you guys need a few pints to take home with you? Here you go."
Really?
Oh yeah. Well, it's not legal, but you do a good job, and that's a little bonus. So they'll throw you a few extra pints or something like that. Take them with you.
Man.
Hey, I got a question for the chat. Hey, Fender.
I love playing dive bars, Jay.
Yeah. What town is Fender Guru? What town do you live in New Zealand? I'm interested. I want to look at a map where exactly you are, because I'm a bit of a traveler, so I'm always interested in where people live. Oh, is that what he said?
No, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay.
Because I think that's a cool name for a city, Christchurch.
Yeah.
Christchurch.
Not religious at all, that town. No.
Not at all.
Yeah, right. How you doing, Jay? How's the rum?
He's from Getting Something, New Zealand. That's where he lives.
Yeah, right. Jay, you still have a rum going?
No, dude. If I have any more, Jeannie works tomorrow, so I got to get up with Ellie, and if I can't,
Oh, you and Ellie had a good beach shot the other day. Was that a couple days ago? You went to the beach with Ellie?
Yeah, man.
That was a good photo you had.
Well, thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I was rather jealous. It was snowing here that day, and there's Jay frolicking on the beach.
He's barefoot in the beach.
Barefoot.
Sure.
Barefoot.
Oh, living it up in the south.
Yeah, Caleb, you had cool shots of your son, too, on your Facebook.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you were jamming on your sunburst, I saw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, through my EL34. Yes.
Very nice.
Is that a 50 watt?
Yeah.
Right on. You like that one?
Love it.
Cool.
Love it.
So that's your new main one, Caleb?
Yeah, that's my
What did that replace?
I had the 6L6 actually before that. So.
Oh, okay. Right on.
I gotten a great deal on that, and
did you sell the old one?
So I sold when I knew that the new one was coming.
Yeah.
I sold the 6L6, and I sold it used and was able, and since I get a great deal, it was basically a swap. So.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
So the guy you bought the EL34 from took the old one.
No, I meant like
he basically made like even Steven.
Yeah,
That's what he's basically saying.
Not with the guy. I go through a store here
near
my house, and
like consignment.
No, the guy there gets me really good deals. He's I went to high school with him.
Okay.
Basically, Caleb's saying that he didn't have to like shell out extra money. Like the money that he got for the amp that he sold basically covered the.
Yeah, because the price of the original 6L6 was so low that when I turned around and sold it, I pretty much sold it used for like about the same that I bought it for, or even a little more. And then when I got the new EL34, it was around the same price because of the deal I was getting again.
No, I was what I was getting at. I thought the old one you're gonna have to put an ad up for it in the paper or.
No, actually, I sold it before when I found out, because I found out that the EL34 was coming out before anybody else, and most people, and so I got that thing up on Reverb quick and was able to get rid of it because I knew they'd be harder to sell when people are going to go for the new ones. So,
right.
But no, yeah, I'm glad I did it. And plus, the clean channel is clean now because it has the little splitter on the gain channel. So,
right.
Volume, so
G. Butchnoff, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. He says whoever was asking about if a Gato tremolo fits on a Wolfgang special, he says yes, it does. I just recently built a Wolfgang standard Mexican stealth neck and put on a Gato tremolo on it, and it fit better than what was originally on it. So there you go. There's your answer. That's amazing that it fit. He's saying that it fit better. Yeah.
It looks like Fender Guru lives in Hamilton, middle of the North Island.
Ah,
look it up, Steve. There you go. Write it down.
Hamilton, Ontario. Wait a minute.
Here's a Gato.
He's from the Hammer.
Right. In a Gato Davida right here.
How does that feel compared to a Floyd?
Pretty much the same.
Is that D-Tuna with that one, or did you add it on?
I added it.
Cool.
Yeah. No, this guitar is ridiculous.
Cool, bro.
Ridiculous guitar. So good.
But that's not your guitar, Caleb. That's a friend of yours?
A friend of mine who's very wealthy and basically laid it on me and told me, yeah, I'll be asking for it back. Wink, wink. So
he won't be. Yeah.
I don't think he will, but I'll definitely, take care of it so that if he ever
Hey, Simon Williams just joined us from the UK. Good morning. See, that's what I love about the Late Show. Like, literally, you have people going to bed and then Europeans waking up.
Yeah.
It's
like the complete overnight show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that flat Earth keeps turning.
Yeah. Well, if this was truly an overnight show, you Eastern guys would be up until the sun comes up.
Well, in 2 hours it will be.
Okay, well, we'd have to keep going then because an overnight show is overnight.
Aren't we?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we're it's not even midnight here, so we have 6 more hours.
We're gonna watch Jay eat some soggy golden grams.
I love golden grams, man, but yeah, if you got to eat them fast.
That stuff's good, man.
Yeah, rust them off quick.
Yeah, you gotta eat them quick, otherwise it's
just imagine vaping the golden grams, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like a golden gram flavor for your vape juice.
I might
I
start
am
making
all
it.
over that. I have to think about, other than the fact that honey is a total, it ruins the coils in these. It's so sweet, but yeah, we do a Rice Krispie treats right now, but it's not a big leap to Golden Grams.
So
yes.
Ben,
Wow.
when you
I wasn't expecting that.
when you
I hope I remember this tomorrow.
Aren't you replaying it?
I'll have
when
to.
you fill that thing up, like how long does it last when you take those big puffs?
Poofs.
A couple hours, maybe.
Couple hours. Really?
Maybe. Yeah. You should talk to Absolute Mayhem. The units he runs, they're like 2-3 times the power that mine are.
I got a question here from Fender Guru. The EL34s are better because, I think it's pretty self-explanatory that the EL34s are basically that 70s Marshall tube sound.
Nice.
And the 6L6s in the EVH heads are that newer Eddie sound that, it's a little, I think it's dirtier and it's got like a rasp to it that the 6L6s have, and the EL34s have a more vintage Marshall-y sound. And that's the best way I can explain it.
Yep. And
Pretty much it, right?
Butchnoff, sorry if I'm saying her name wrong again. Most people forget how much Gatto is a part of Eddie or EVH products, and they forget how long Gatto has been a part of Eddie's guitar builds. Yeah, I used Gatto 90-degree tuners for my Kramer 5150 build because that's what apparently Eddie used on it originally. So yeah, it's a regular thing that I order. Yeah.
Yeah, and these are going in my 5150.
There you go.
Boom.
Yep.
Nice.
They got to go in my.
Yeah. And I'm ecstatic, Caleb, that I supplied the Floyd for that guitar and the MXR knob.
Yes, I'm ecstatic too, and here it is. I might even take the sander to these so I can make it the 1984 because that's brass. It's brass under there. A little secret to everybody. Under here is brass, so you can just take a sander to this, and they'll go brass colored for you.
Yeah, Caleb, I'm super excited because that was just sitting on my floor, and now it has a purpose.
Yeah.
Floor?
Yes.
Yeah, I put a big block on it.
Nice.
Already.
Is that a 42 millimeter?
It's a 37.
37.
Yeah.
37, yeah. Yeah, that's the one I always get. 37.
Oh. Yeah. Exciting.
Yeah, Fender Guru, me and Johnny Beane. I don't know who else was there. I think
tacos tomorrow? What?
No. New
I'd
Year's.
go with some tacos.
Fender was
tacos tonight.
Talking about New Year's. Fender Guru, yeah. If you look at this past year's New Year's, yeah, we were on here for probably 5 or 6 hours, I think, and it's all there. If you go back to New Year's, Jay was here for a bit.
A bit. Not for a lot of that. Kidding me?
Yeah. We did, and we did all the time zones. Yep. Eastern,
including Hawaii.
Mountain. Yeah, we did. We did in between Hawaii and California. We did castaway people on rafts.
It's like who's in between castaway people on rafts? That's awesome, Steve.
That's what we did. I'm not kidding. We saluted Gilligan. You can watch the episode. We did.
I think I did. I think it took me the whole weekend to watch it because I was working that weekend. It was crazy.
Yep.
It was crazy.
That's how the whole thing started. That was like the second episode. There it is. Absolute Mayhem. What's with the hairy tacos? What are you talking about?
Well, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
That's morning tacos.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Depending on what her mood is, I guess.
Just gotta remember, it's also 3 a.m. for Absolute Mayhem as well. So I'm thinking he's lacking sleep.
All right.
He's been up since 6 a.m. So that's pretty impressive, actually.
Oh, wow.
I made a point of sleeping in this morning just because I knew I was going to hang out with you guys tonight.
Yeah. We all got our poof shirts. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Backstage pass.
Yes.
Boom.
Yeah.
On my Fender lanyard, because I figured that was the closest thing I had that would work for a backstage pass.
Has anybody seen like John BL 5150, like his face or anything on Facebook? Do we know what he looks like?
Steve, essentially what Steve's saying is, who are you and why are you sending us stuff? We love you, John.
That's what I'm really saying. I'm just saying it in a nice way.
Is it kind of like that same thing where like you're driving and somebody cuts you off and you just want to pull up next to them just to see what they look like?
Yep. Who did this?
Why do people do that?
Yesterday, I had a guy, and I was stopped at the light. He came up beside me, just a full-on dig into his nose.
Oh,
right
like the Seinfeld episode.
Oh, yeah, it's brutal.
It wasn't a pick. It was a scratch.
Oh no, this guy.
John BL. John sent me the Bob's Burger that you press. I have it downstairs because my daughter gets pumped whenever you push it, and she's like, "Where's that coming from?"
BL 5150 wants to call in Johnny for a few minutes.
Oh yeah, do it.
Oh,
why don't you just come on?
Or jump in, as Caleb said.
Yeah, the poof guy can jump in.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, if anyone's allowed to poof in.
Yeah.
Poof in. Oh my goodness. Sounds painful.
It does.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Let me
let me leave. No.
Yeah.
John's like, I'm out of here.
Let me plug you into the board to make it a little easier.
What do you mean?
Although I got to
this is new.
do some stuff here.
Gotta what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we've done this. I mean, I've done this many times. Wait, there's no mic on these earbuds. Okay, I can't use those.
But John B, we could get the face thing cleared up.
Oh yeah. If
You come in.
well, John, do you have a what do you call it?
Google Hangouts
Email?
account?
A Hangout account?
Yeah, that almost cost me with this show. I had to re-engage my what is it called? My Google Plus account. I almost didn't do it. I'm like,
Google Plus.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, he says he doesn't have a Hangout account. John BL 5150.
Okay, yeah. If you want to call in, you can. Just give me a couple minutes. What's that noise?
Steve, have you done a AB of your mini amps yet to see which one, if they sound different?
No, Jay, I got this course on Monday. I'm full on been studying like any time other than this stuff.
Gotcha.
I work and then I'm full on studying because I have to. I'll show you. Hold on.
Yeah, Johnny, try sending him the link and see if it works. Because Absolute Mayhem's saying he should because he's in the chat. So maybe.
Yeah, but Absolute Mayhem's, I think, confusing it with his YouTube account.
Yeah, it's a YouTube, but maybe I don't know.
You have to have a. I can't even think. Wait a minute.
Well, then again, he's an IT guy, so he might know.
Yeah. So Jay, this is my like heavy duty first aid course. This is like 400 pages, this textbook, and yeah. So this is the course I have on starting on Monday to Friday. I don't have to go to work, but I'm at it's called St. John's Ambulance here. Do you have St. John's Ambulance out there, Ben?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's the standard Canadian course for heavy duty first aid. So I have to have this memorized, this 400 pages, which I sort of do. And
Eek.
yeah, and then here's the actual binder for the course to follow along with the instructor. This is probably another, I don't know, 300 pages. And yeah, I have, these are all scenarios. There's a whole bunch of pages of scenarios, like, okay, a guy falls through a glass window, he cuts his hand off, and
you said that again. Oh,
Yeah.
he stops breathing, deal with it. So that's what I got to deal with. So that's
the answer. Deal with it. What do you do? Deal with it.
What do you do? Okay, the guy falls through the window.
Yeah.
He cuts his hand off.
All right, I'm out.
Yep.
He stops breathing.
Yeah.
What do? Do you try to get him to breathe, or do you put his hand back on?
Yeah.
What's the first?
The priority is the so it's called the scene assessment. So the first
the first thing you do is you pick up his hand and you put it down your sleeve and be like, "Hey guys, look at this.
Give me a hand."
Yeah.
I got to hand it to you.
And then you worry about his
Look, guys, slow hand.
Don't confuse Steve. You don't want him writing that stuff down during the test.
No. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I don't even need to take the course. Just give me the test.
Wait, Steve, have you held a hand?
Yeah.
Hey,
Not
Mad
James
Dog.
Hetfield's.
Mad Dog, we can't say that in the chat. Just write dick next time, okay?
Oh.
That's hilarious.
We'll never say that word on here, okay?
Richard Head.
Oh,
Are we still figuring out how to get John in here?
He just wanted to phone in and talk to us, like on the telephone or something.
yeah. The thing is, if he phones in the way it is now, he can't hear it. He can't hear you guys. He'll only be able to hear me.
Yep.
Let me think.
Because I used to do that, and he used to just hold his voice up to your microphone at the same time. Yeah.
Think, Beane, think.
Yeah, but see, all you guys are in here. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
if he calls me up and I go like this, he hears me. He can't hear you. Unless he keeps his volume on his computer on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but if you're
delay.
talking to him and we can hear him through your microphone, at least we can hear the conversation. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey. Wait, what's the other one? What happened? Oh, okay. All right. I see. Let me think. Although Michael.
Does John? Do you have a Google account for email? Because if you get the app,
No, he says he doesn't.
he doesn't have it. Okay.
No, he's not set up yet. Johnny's got to sit down with him one day like he did with me, and he'll set him up.
Oh, will he?
Yes.
Wait, Johnny sat down.
Okay,
with you?
somebody's calling me.
Uh-oh.
Maybe that's
3 in
him.
the morning.
Hey, actually, John, do you guys have what am I trying to say? John, do you have Ben's number?
He says he has a Google account.
Does he have your
Oh.
phone number?
I don't think he has my phone number.
Does
Who the hell was
who's
calling me
calling?
at 3 in the
Does
morning?
John have any of your guys' phone numbers?
John, get the Google Hangouts app, and then you're in. You can do it right through your
You don't
phone.
even need the app.
But you can do it through his phone. You won't need to do it through his computer.
He has a Google account. Download. Okay, if what?
I got to split in a few, but I mean, obviously, you guys can be on for whenever. But
It's 3:04 in the morning.
We have more people in here now. We have,
Apparently, it was Absolute Mayhem calling me.
Yeah.
was it really?
There's 41
put
people
him
up.
on.
I have no idea. He says he called me, but I don't know if it was him or not. I was like, next time they call, I was going to call it because I'm like, it's 3 in the morning, so it could be important. If someone's trying to call me.
But you didn't answer.
Yeah.
No,
42 watching. You guys in the chat are awesome. Yeah.
That's
Gotta also realize, Jay, I'm half in the bag too. So I've had several sips of the high test stuff and a couple of beers.
Yeah. Jet fuel.
Ben is feeling no pain.
No, and I will in the morning. I know that, but I don't care.
Little boy.
What?
Absolute Mayhem says he could call Johnny. Well, you're so familiar, Absolute Mayhem. He could jump in.
Yeah, the thing is, right now I don't have the earbuds with the mic, and that's something that's kind of important with calling in as far as running to the board.
Importante.
Yeah, I would say if you have an iPhone, if you have like an iPhone or something, download the Google Hangouts app. And once you do that,
You just said you did.
Yeah.
oh, you did.
Just installed Hangout app.
Oh,
So sign into that. And
sign into that, and then do
How can Johnny send him a link?
I have you on? Send me a message on Facebook on Johnny at Johnny Bean TV. Send me a message saying, "Hey, Johnny," and then I'll send you the direct link to this.
Oh, I'm running out of gas, boys.
Well, thanks for being here, Jay.
Hi, Jay.
Anything for you, Steve?
Awesome. I'm glad we had a couple rums together.
And I finally got to do a late hangout with Jay and support the East Coast.
Yeah, yeah. I got some green spray paint for my next build. It's all because of you, Jay. We had a couple rums together.
I finally got to do a late hangout with Jay and support the East Coast.
I love
Michael
reliving
Smith.
all this.
Oh, Michael Smith, son.
Hello.
The captain.
Captain Smith.
The captain.
Where you going, Jay? Come on now. You gotta hang out, dude.
I've been hanging out, man. My daughter's going to be up in 6.5 hours.
We've been hanging out like on and off for 8 hours already.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
I'm so late to the party. What are you gonna do?
That's all right.
Good to see you, Michael.
Hello. What's up, Ben?
Michael,
Hey,
did
thanks
you
for
see
that
this?
volume pot, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, cool, man.
Did
Awesome.
you see this?
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
Wait,
classic.
is Volume Pot like some new strain or something? Or
No, yeah. Well,
Was that
I would
high
think, yeah,
friction or low friction?
Colorado to me, but no, Michael was very kind to send me a Sean Silas volume pot.
Was it high? Is it high
live
friction?
from the Orca?
Hey, Mike.
Hello, Johnny.
Hey, man. Good to see you, man.
What's up?
I have a question.
It's your show, man. Just say it. Just
We're all here for the full ride, man. What's up?
I need to know, was the pot you sent, was it low friction or high friction?
High friction.
Oh, it was.
Yes.
And you're happy with that, Ben?
Yes, very much so.
Okay. Yeah, I've got to do a test with that because the low friction pots, man, the volume knobs are moving so easy. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
So I gotta switch to high friction, I think.
There it is right here.
Or medium?
Is there medium available, Caleb?
It should be, because the high friction ones are really are
Tough.
yeah. They're for your tone knob. Just sit down there and don't do anything.
Yeah, I gotta study up on that because yeah, the low friction ones are driving me crazy. I keep hitting the volume knobs all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, just go with like a standard, like
Yeah.
Yeah, I even like the high friction, even for doing volume swells and stuff. I just like to have that resistance for whatever reason.
Man,
I'm not playing Cathedral, so.
Yeah.
Imagine playing Cathedral on a high friction, get carpal tunnel real quick.
Yeah.
Man, my forearm would be jacked if I did
build
that.
some tone, some muscle there.
The Popeye forearm.
Yeah, you gotta make that face the whole time too. It's like, I mean, for Cathedral, I like the the low friction's great, but other than that, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of cool, but it's just I think these guitars, like, it's so close where I kind of nudge it with my the first knuckle on my pinky.
Yeah. So we got the Vigilant and G. Butchnoff are debating about the 84 style arm versus the modern one that screws in, and they're both liking the screw-in one better. Yeah, all personal choice, guys. For me, like this is an EVH Stripe Series 5150. I put an 84 Floyd on with, you know, it obviously has the 84 bar. For me, I love this one. It's a bit loose. And it's all personal choice. Like Jay Hannon likes the ones that screw in as well.
Well, I've never tried the other ones.
Oh, you
speaking of this, the screw-in ones.
Yeah.
You sent me that Floyd, and it came with this baby right here. And this thing is longer than the normal ones that I'm used to.
Yeah. No, you can.
And I got this one.
That's definitely longer than the one I got.
Yeah. So then I got this one just the other day.
Yep.
And it's cool because it's got the little Allen wrench thing on it too, by the way.
Right.
How about that?
Yeah. So there's those ones, and then you could also just get the arm itself from the 84 style if you wanted to try it. Yeah.
Yeah, because this one rides real high, and I don't know what. I have no use for that. So.
Yeah, no, it drives me crazy, those high ones. So that's why I go for the 84 ones. Yeah.
But then I got this baby, and we're good. We're good to go.
Yeah.
And I got this on Reverb.
Cool.
Yeah. Some FU toned upgrades.
Nice.
Yeah.
And people don't realize how the actual those titanium blocks.
Yes.
They make a difference, man.
They do.
They really do. Yep.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, thanks, Absolute Mayhem. I think you might have mentioned that to me before about foam.
Even
volume
Steve,
knob, yeah,
rubber washer, just a rubber washer that will fit, you know, like smaller circumference than the knob itself, so nobody would even see it. But it would, even if it's just loose under there, it would have enough static friction.
Yeah.
As soon as I read that, I was like,
yeah, I'm in the middle of my next build, right? I'm waiting for the body and the neck. So I'm just making my final decisions on what parts and decisions I'm going to make about what I really want, right? So, yeah.
What do you lean towards?
No, Michael, I've got a Kramer Pacer body that Musicraft's sending me with a, they're making me a Charvel neck, like headstock but it's basically a Kramer 5150, but I want the like Charvel sort of Fender Strat headstock. I don't want to, I've already built a Kramer 5150. I've already done that. But when I go play live, I want a guitar that's sort of everything I like, but without striping and stuff. I just want a standard looking guitar. So that's what I'm building. And it's very much the Kramer 5150. It's the same parts and everything. But I'm just painting it green. Jay Hannon sent me the paint and put my initials on it, SA, and like a reflective stickers in the bottom corner. And I just want something more personal without sort of copying Eddie, even though, you know, the guitar is basically the Kramer 5150, but, you know, general people aren't.
Get a few shades of green and try this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. All good. I love
there he is.
Hey, man.
It worked.
It worked.
Yay.
What's up, guys?
Is that the Poof Master?
Yeah.
Where's your shirt?
Yeah.
He gave them all to us.
Look what I got on, though.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
I had that.
I think it was from the Carnal Knowledge.
Yes, it was. I had that shirt. Yeah. Yeah, John BL, before we this travels too far. Just thanks very much for all the stuff and the shirts.
Absolutely,
and
guys.
not just from me, but from everybody. That's awesome, man.
Happy to do it, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, John. Thank you, man.
The design of the front and even like the whole thing with the back with the concert Live Without a Net. It's like for us, like I've been watching that thing since I was 15 years old.
Right.
So here So yeah.
So my friend Pat designed the he designed the front because I couldn't find a good image of the poof. So I had a graphic designer of a friend of mine. He ended up designing the poof, and I designed the back. I had to add something to the back because it was it just had to add, so a little subtle hint to the Live Without a Net.
Oh yeah,
it totally makes it, man. Yeah,
I know. It's like Jay said. I can't I'm gonna wear this like everywhere I go now. I'm just waiting for someone to like recognize it. Oh my God, man, you got like the Michael Anthony shirt. But who's gonna say that?
I'm wearing this to my gig next week.
Oh, there you go.
So
I got to get some yellow pants to go along with it.
Yeah.
Right? And get the sports jacket.
Oh yeah.
And walk around like this with the friggin'.
So John BL, like, what's your history with Van Halen? When did you first hear them, or what was the first album, or what tour did you see first? Like all that kind of stuff.
I guess back in probably early high school, I guess I was a freshman, and eighth grade. My music appreciation teacher played Live Without a Net for us.
Oh, there you go.
And so from that point on, I was hooked. And
God bless you.
Freshman year in high school, I picked up the guitar, and the first show I saw was Carnal Knowledge in Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay. So that's where you live?
Well,
John?
I'm probably 2 hours north of Providence. I'm up in it's called Haverhill. You guys, it's hard to pronounce. Nobody gets it right. Haverhill. It's the second H is silent.
Okay. Right on. And yeah, that's cool. So you're like kind of like a few of us. Caleb goes with Van Halen a bit earlier than us with David Lee Roth, but yeah, a lot of us was 5150 and Live Without a Net. Yeah, that was.
I guess my first show was Dave. I saw Dave in it must have been 90, or it was the Little Ain't Enough tour.
With Becker.
Right.
With Becker.
Okay.
Yep. I don't know. Was it Becker? Was it Becker in that tour?
I think so.
Becker didn't do any of
on
the
the
live
album.
stuff. He only did the album.
Yeah, he was on the album.
Oh, he didn't tour.
No.
No.
That's when he started to have he found out or whatever what was going on.
Ouch.
Bob Rock was the one that did that record, right? Didn't he produce it?
Oh, really?
I mean, the snare drum is a telltale. It's basically the Black Album snare drum. On that thing,
Yeah.
you know,
So what was released first then, Jay?
Black Album.
Oh, was before the David Lee Roth one?
Yeah, Little Ain't Enough came out after that. Yep.
Oh, okay.
They started recording the Black Album in 91.
Oh,
It came out in 91. It started.
No, it didn't come out in 91, Jay.
Yep, August
Here we
91.
go. Here we go.
Oh.
Somebody look it up. I'd bet my house on it.
Yeah, August 91 sounds right to me. I remember that.
I would say August 92 because I'm 99% sure I was out of high school.
Well, that 1%, that 1% is the correct.
And I graduated in the spring of 92. So
Somebody look
Yeah.
it up. It was August. Somebody look it up.
Wait, Jay's hasn't been drinking moonshine.
yeah. Although I have been reading a Metallica biography and they are actually
August
recording the
12th,
Black Album at that
1991.
point. What's that?
August 12th, 1991. Just looked it up.
There you go.
All right.
All right, Ben, you have to leave. Poof.
I get rejected from the EVH show for not knowing my Metallica trivia.
Poof.
So,
In all fairness, I stopped liking the band when Cliff died anyway, so
I'm about the
I'm
same.
one of those guys.
Yeah, I'm the same, Ben. Hey, John BL. So did you see like the Balance tour? Have you ever been to
I saw
Cobblestone?
Well, let's see. Balance was 95. I
Yeah.
saw that in Worcester, Mass, at the Centrum.
Okay.
Nice.
I got tickets from the local radio station. We got the bus, like the limo, the whole treatment. It was really
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Yeah.
So that was a contest you won then?
No, it was just you had to pay for it, but you got the whole package though. You got it didn't get backstage or anything, but
yeah.
Great seats and a bus ride up there, bus ride back.
Right on.
Nice.
Did you get one of those mechanic shirts?
What's that?
Eddie Mechanic shirt? Did you get one of those?
No. I did win a free CD though. I mean, they did a whole trivia thing along the way. Between it was Manchester, New Hampshire, up to Worcester, Mass. So it was a good hour drive.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So you won a CD that you probably already had, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
At the time, I think I had the cassette though.
Oh, okay, so it's an upgrade. That was good.
So what about after that, John BL? Did you see the reunion with Sammy and then the stuff with Dave?
I had I was looking for tickets on the 2004, but I don't know for whatever reason I didn't end up going on that tour. And after that I didn't either. I think by that time YouTube was up there and I was watching the shows online, and it was great just to watch them on YouTube. So
I'm finding that too. Just any bands you're interested in, there it is. Like you see so many live shows without paying like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, and you can see 30 different camera angles.
Exactly.
Like,
and so like up close on camera instead of you're 50 rows back. It's a different experience, right? Yeah. And John Bale, you've never been down to Cabo San Lucas at all? The Sammy's.
I have. 2016, I went there for.
You did.
My spring break, February vacation. I went. Sammy wasn't there, but I got. Actually, let me show you. I got my mug right in front of me. Here.
There you go.
There you go.
Right on.
Nice.
Yeah, I've gone to the birthday bash the last 5 years in a row, and then sort of before that, it was sort of every other year. I'd either go to the birthday bash or the anniversary of the club, sort of in May. So that's cool, man, that you've been down there.
Yeah, it was a great trip, definitely.
Right. Cool.
We got to take a Johnny Beane field trip down there. Everybody.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I'd be the tour guide though, because I know where to go, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
You're right?
You could fund the whole thing then.
Make it part of the NAMM trip.
Yeah.
And keep us alive too, Steve. That's just an added bonus.
Actually, you know what, guys? Cabo, you can do whatever you want, just about. It's so low key. Cops,
exactly, it's beautiful out there.
Yeah, cops, they're rare to even see at all. It's you can walk the streets with a beer. It's no sweat. Yeah,
it's like New Orleans.
There you go.
Well, hey, John, good to meet you, man.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
Happy to be part of the show and love the show every week.
There you go.
Are you on Facebook, John?
I am, yeah.
Hit me up
John
with
Blinn.
a friend
My last
request.
name's Blinn, Blinn.
All right.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, me too.
I'm hitting you up right now.
There you go. Hey, Michael Smith. Hey, Michael Smith. Have you ordered a body and neck yet for your build?
No, not yet. Still deciding what I want to do.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I thought you narrowed it down to the 5150.
I have, but I'm probably going to reach out to you guys to get some guidance, to be honest with you.
Yeah, whatever you need. I did it for the guy in the chat, Connor Johnson. I told you this last week. Yeah, I sent him emails every step of the way, everything he needed to do, and he's doing it. Yep. Everything from getting the body and the neck to what paint to get, what tape to use, all the parts I get from eBay, and so it's all possible.
Do you want to do it yourself, or do you want to have somebody else do it for you?
He wants the challenge.
Yeah, I kind of want to do it myself.
We did talk about this.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, I kind of want to do it myself. I'm on the fence as to whether I can or can't, but that's the whole beauty of the thing, right? Just being able to do it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I built one that everybody likes. Yeah, Caleb likes the way mine looks, and you know, I didn't even use any construction squares or anything or any kind of measurements. I just looked at one of Eddie's photos of the Kramer 5150, and I just sort of lined it up the best I could with the tape. That's the most fun. Caleb's mentioned it too. That's the most fun, is dropping the tape and painting it and then pulling the tape off. And that's when it makes it really personal then, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's the best part of any guitar build is the painting part, for sure.
And just seeing how close you can get it.
Yeah,
that's true.
And also, Michael, sort of a couple things is I didn't do any kind of primer on the wood, and I didn't do any clear coat. It's just straight the Schwinn bike paint.
Schwinn.
Yeah. couple layers of white. Put the tape stripes down. Paint it the sunset orange. Take the tape off, and then you do the black ones last. And it's that simple. Yeah. So John BL, sorry guys, John BL, what do you have guitar-wise yourself?
So I'll show you.
I was just thinking that.
And I was just going to ask him what's his favorite guitar. So
I just pulled a couple off the wall.
Great minds.
So the first one is one that I built. It's a Warmoth Jackson.
Oh wow!
It's got a Floyd Rose Duncan pickups, and I just put one of the. I just put a sticker on it that you guys. I don't know. Some of you guys may have grabbed that same sticker. So here, take a look.
Talk.
Say something.
Yeah, I can't. I guess. How do I reverse the angle for the video?
No, you're good. You're good.
All right.
Good. Just keep talking. Oh, Johnny.
Unless you're a lefty, it's coming out as a right-handed guitar. You're good.
It is. It's got a lefty headstock.
Oh, all right.
Cool.
It's actually pretty dirty. I just got it set up probably. I don't know. 2
maple
months ago.
fretboard.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us a little more about it.
I like that.
It's just pretty basic, but it's kind of like my Frankenstrat.
I like that.
You know, I did the electronics. I did everything else with it.
Tell us about the pickups and everything.
What's that?
Tell us about the pickups and everything.
They're just a match pair of Duncans. I can't remember what model number they are, but I mean Seymour Duncans, and I went with the maple neck and the all the white plastic as much as I could get. So, and the chrome Floyd, I'm pretty sure it's an original Floyd.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
That's what I paid for anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So another one I'll show you guys is my Mockingbird.
Nice.
I know you got one. Ben, you got your Mockingbird.
I do. Look at that.
It's really
Nice
dirty
top.
as I'm
Look
looking
at
at
that top,
it.
man.
Yeah. Wow.
It's got a great. This one's a neck through. This one's got. Let me see if I can get a better light for it.
Wow.
You got to show those. Explain the knobs too, because that had some extra stuff on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the.
He's got the stuff the plywood model doesn't come with.
There you go. Is it upside down for you guys?
No, it's good.
No.
Okay. So it also came with an original Floyd. It's got the back is the best shot, I think. It's got the neck through, solid maple all the way through. What
cool.
else has got?
That's
The Marzio clip locks, yes.
Yeah, it's a great guitar. And it was probably what did I pay for it? Like $500, brand new.
Nice.
Oh my God! Wow.
You know, it's really dirty right now as I'm looking at it, but it's a real fun guitar. It's got the it's like the BB King, I guess. The 335. He's got a Veritone knob on it.
Yeah, show the knobs on that. Good.
It's like Slash's. Slash used it in what was it? You Could Be Mine video.
Okay. Yep.
coil taps, all that. So it's kind of, I guess, Ben, it's kind of like the upgrade from the next tier from yours.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great, in the sustain and everything, it's great. It sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool.
Can't go wrong with a Mockingbird.
That's right.
What was the build that you did, John Biel?
So it was let's see, it was probably 10 years ago.
Yep.
So I got a Warmoth neck. I got a Jackson Dinky body.
Yep.
Floyd Rose original. This was 10 years ago, so I haven't seen you guys, and I paid for an original. I think I paid like $200 for it. But I got that. I got Gatto tuners, locking tuners. Not that I need them on the Floyd, but I just got the best hardware I could get for it. Duncan pickups, match pair. So
you still have the guitar?
Oh yeah, that was the first one I showed you, the black one with the.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
A couple other guitars I have so I got a Fender Strat, a Mexican Strat. I used to work at a concert hall up in New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
And so one of the opening bands had left a Strat. They left it. We tried to get in touch with them for about a year or so. They never got back to us. So I inherited a free Strat.
Wait, that was mine. Wait,
no, that was mine.
Yeah, exactly, right? You guys see that? Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Oh, don't show it on here though. Somebody might claim it in the chat room.
Yeah. Keep the serial number away.
Yeah. So I inherited that, and it's a great.
How do you
sounding
leave
Strat.
the
I
guitar
just put
behind,
the
by
Homer
the
Simpson
way?
sticker on it.
I can explain that, Michael, but we need to do it off air.
Okay. Okay, Ben.
Yeah, every third gig, there's someone waiting to steal some gear during a loadout. So you have to be very on your toes, because there's always someone lurking in the shadows of your loadout.
Yeah, exactly, Caleb. So I feel like I worked with Tonic before, back in the mid '90s at some point. The venue I worked at was the Casino Ballroom in Hampton, New Hampshire. And we had, as well as like the picks that I gave you guys and all that, a lot of that tour stuff that I gave you guys. Right. I would always, grab picks from every performer that came through there. Sticks, I gave you Ben. I gave you Sticks. I got Ted Nugent.
Yep.
A lot of those, Sammy Hagar, David Lee Roth. They all came through there. So I got to meet a lot of, really cool, national acts and musicians on tour.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was totally generous of you, John Biel. So can I ask you about like those guitars? What do you play through amplifier wise?
For the most part, sorry, my voice is going. I've been fighting a cold for a couple of weeks.
You sound good.
But for the most part, I play through a pedal board, through a mixer, and I go direct. I go through a Sans amp. I've got my pedal board's got sort of like a couple simulators in it. It's got a reverb in it, and then I go through the Sans amp into the mixer. And a lot of times, my favorite thing to do is just play along with, listen to, Live Without a Net, whatever. Listen to the Stones, listen to the Who, whatever it may be. And just playing along with whatever I can.
Right. So you don't play like with a live band, like a drummer?
I do have, actually, earlier tonight I played with there's a local guitar orchestra that I play with. That's what they're called, a guitar orchestra. It's there's like 15 of us, and we all we play coffee houses. We play it's through the local high school, and it's an adult orchestra, guitar orchestra. And earlier tonight we did a benefit for, I can't even remember what it was for, but we did a benefit for that. We play anything from Beethoven to the Beatles. So,
oh wow,
jeez.
That's my extent right now as far as live gigging, anything like that.
Right. Cool.
So cool. So kind of a Richie Kotzen setup with the Sans amp into the PA. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I live in an apartment, a condo, so I gotta,
you can't get crazy.
Use the headphones whenever possible.
Yeah, you can't get Steve Anderson crazy in here.
That's your line, Jay. That's your line. Wow, 35 people still watching. Awesome.
Hey, what is going on?
Well, I'm guessing about 7 or 8 are watching, and we got about 25 asleep at the keyboard.
Yeah, right.
I'm out of gas, boys.
All right. I'm running too.
Well, guys, thanks for having me on.
Well, John,
that's awesome, man.
Before I split, John, I just want, dude, thank you so much, man. That was super. I know we said it before, but again, thank you very much, man.
When I found Johnny's webcast and saw what you guys were talking about, I was hooked from the beginning. So
when did you start watching?
Must have been end of last summer.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, as soon as I was on, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
No, come on, Jay. No, the first time I watched was the first time Jay was on. It threw me right off.
Right, yeah.
Jay's magnetism.
Yeah.
One more thing to show you guys.
Yeah.
Johnny got 2 extra viewers when I started hanging out.
Oh, he's got that framed shot. That's a fair warning to it, right?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's opening for the Stones.
Opening for the Stones, yeah.
Yep.
I had to go for the big print.
Oh, show that again.
Wow.
Johnny just presented you.
Yeah.
You know that negative is flipped actually.
Right.
Because Eddie's pedal stage right.
If you look at the scoreboard on the back of it, it looks like you can almost read the time. It's like 5:40 in the afternoon probably.
Yeah.
You can almost read the time on it. It's a great print. I mean, yeah, get it from got it right from the Van Halen store. So
yeah.
I don't know why they flipped the negative on that. I don't know why they did that. I think it's lower right on the album, on the back of the album.
Yeah, that was a centerfold in one of the issues of the Inside magazine. That photo, but like you said, Caleb, it's flipped where Eddie's on the other side. Yeah.
Well, I think it's because it's lower right on the back of the Diver Down record on the album.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that we wanted them looking inward instead of outward. I think that's speculation.
Speculation, mate.
Speculation.
Might.
Simon Williams is making breakfast.
Well, he's in Bristol, UK, so it
Yeah.
makes sense.
So am I. I mean,
It's 8:30 in the morning.
It's late enough. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I'm gonna bust out the Golden Grams.
3:37 here in Mass.
Oh my goodness.
Have you guys ever had waffle crisp cereal?
Yes.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
No.
It's you can almost smell it when you walk down the aisle. Like, where is? Oh, there it is. Because you can smell it seeping through the packaging.
Oh goodness.
So,
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
I am not looking forward to it
you guys
tomorrow.
can hang and bang for a little while longer, but I'm running on fumes here, so I'm gonna say
I
goodnight.
still got a
Or we could shut her down, John. It's all up to you.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good too.
I think yeah, well, it's only been like what, 5 hours. That wasn't even funny.
Oh, it feels like
everything's funny at this time of night.
Yep.
I think we gotta see Ben chug that thing, and then we'll be good.
Oh my god!
Go.
Viral.
No.
Viral.
And not only you have to chug that, but you have to.
There he goes.
How much oil do you have left in your vapor?
You gotta chug that.
You gotta do the whole thing in one.
Vape, chug, vape, chug, vape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's empty now. So. Oh, excuse me.
All right.
My burps are giving me whiplash.
Oh, yuck.
That's a Dave
Hey,
Thomas.
it's a line from
Strange
Strange
Brew.
Brew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secondhand.
Ooh.
I knew
burp.
Jay would get it.
Yep.
Mad,
All right.
Dog, Mad Dog in the chat says he's on my balcony barbecuing a burger.
Wow.
Where?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, I wish I was.
live stream still. Okay, my mother just showed up. She's like, I saw lights on. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like,
You're not allowed up
"We're
this
all saying
thing.
hi."
Mom, more meatloaf.
It's bedtime.
More meatloaf.
Ben,
apparently.
take your pants back off, Ben.
There's my mother, everyone.
More meatloaf, Mom.
Yeah. So you're the little one down in the corner here.
So who's the little one down in the corner?
There we go.
He's cute. Look at all you cute friends.
Yeah, hi, Mrs. Coons. Thanks for letting Ben stay up.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting Ben play with us.
Yeah.
Thanks for turning Ben red.
Yeah, no kidding.
Awesome.
I've just been
All
sucking down
good, Mom.
moonshine and baby.
Yeah.
More meatloaf.
Well, there we are.
Meatloaf.
More meatloaf. Mom, more meatloaf.
Well,
I'll be getting the delete texts, in the morning from
Oh.
everybody now. So
That was awesome.
yeah.
That
Guess
was,
I'm not the only one up in the household. So
wow,
That was terrific.
yeah, that's just priceless right there.
man.
That's
Awesome.
gold. It's gold.
I just had a sense behind me. I turn around, there's someone standing there. I'm like, it's 20 to 4 in the morning.
Like impending death behind you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh. All right. On that note,
All right. Well, hey, John, great to meet you, man.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much for everything, man. The shirt,
Hit us up on Facebook, John,
everything, man.
if you don't mind.
Definitely.
Yeah, please.
yeah, find me, John, because I couldn't find you for some reason.
And I couldn't find you either, so.
I'll get you guys. I'll request you guys.
Cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Steve, say goodnight, and
Play us out.
that'll be it.
Oh,
Now, don't play Eruption.
yeah, right.
Don't play Eruption.
Thanks everybody in the chat. There's 36 watching now. We're looks like we're shutting it down. Thanks to Ben from Ontario. Thanks to Caleb from Santa Monica. Thanks to Jay from South Carolina. Thanks to John BL. Thanks to Michael Smith in Colorado. And thanks to the host, Johnny Beane, for having us. And hope to see you next week. Give us a thumbs up, click the bell, and subscribe to our channels. We know for sure that Ben Coombs has his channel.
I do.
Ben, give us the plug.
The channel name, I just typed in the chat there, Ben Coombs. Give me a sub if you don't mind. We do a big show 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays, and I also do a Sunday afternoon hangout, and randomly I'll go live just for going live.
Yeah. And Caleb.
There we are.
Yeah, Caleb Rappaport. Subscribe, please. Guitar leads.
Right on. And my channel, Steve Anderson, original music, some cover stuff. And until next week, thanks everybody. And
Thanks, guys.
have a great weekend. Don't drink and drive. Take a cab. It's only $10, $15. We want you alive.
I'm just walking upstairs. I'm good.
Okay. Poof.
Thanks,
Oops.
Steve. See you guys.
Poof.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, John.
Bye. Good night.
Good night, all.
Beh.